What up? What up? And welcome to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world-famous and critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. I'm David Breen. That much is certain. But with me, as always, my dear friend and co-host, Braden Bullard. Braden, how are you, man?
David, I'm reliving my childhood. I'm actually pretty good. I just started my business, which feels nice. I'm moving in the right direction in life, you know. And I feel like it was just kind of like solidified by watching this movie, man.
Braden's new business, Braden's Fan City. Best fans in all of Palm Beach County. He'll beat any price. You can't beat him.
Yeah.
Braden's Fan City.
My fans, the aerodynamics.
They oscillate. They do it all.
Exactly.
Yeah, they fucking do it all.
A lot of big words you guys wouldn't understand. But yeah, I'm
just complicated fan shit, guys.
Yeah, it's just kind of out of your realm.
You got to be in the biz.
Yeah. But don't worry, I can simplify it all to you for a good deal.
Yeah.
Good
Come on down. I'll tell you all about it.
No, but for real, if you guys ever need someone to be resuscitated,
don't go to Braden.
Huh?
Don't go to Braden if you need someone resuscitated.
Yeah. I was about to pull Kiki Palmer from Nope, but who needs to sell themselves anymore, you know? How are you doing, David? Did you get the reference? Kiki Palmer in the beginning of Nope.
Yeah, but who needs to sell themselves anymore?
That was the whole thing, because she was taken away from the horse business because she started selling herself to everyone, and then the brother got pissed off. He's like, "What are you doing? Selling yourself? This is not what we're doing right here.
But that's all we're doing here.
Yeah.
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 If you make money off of CPR classes, I'm very happy for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My goal isn't for you to have an unsuccessful CPR business.
Is some of the percentage will come back to the 5-6 Kings if someone's like, "Oh, I heard about your CPR business from watching your podcast."
What percentage?
I don't know. We'll have to see how much they pay me.
You gotta put.
You gotta put it down right now.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much. It's a percentage.
Yeah. What do you think, David? What do you think's a fair?
I want
price?
50%.
Yeah.
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 So now you go.
I was thinking I was gonna hardball you like 40.
All right, deal.
All right.
40%.
Look at that.
Heard that, guys? If you get a CPR class from Braden and tell him you heard about it on the 5-6 Kings podcast, 40% of what you pay. Don't even give it to him. Here's what you do. You pay him when he gives you a price. You say okay, and you send 80% of that to him. Because here's the thing: 40% of the 5-6 Kings, 40% to the 5-6 Kings. You still get 50% of that 40%.
Look at that.
We are the 5-6 Kings.
Yeah.
So I'm only getting 20%.
Yep.
You give Braden 80% of it, and then you Venmo me, David at David Breen 7 on Venmo. You Venmo me personally the other 20%.
Yeah. And say thank you.
Yeah. And that's at David Breen 7.
Yeah.
On Venmo.
Yeah. The bottom comment. Thank you, David.
Yeah.
For the CPR.
Yeah. CPR class. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So I'm fucking fantastic.
There we go.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
Yeah.
Doing well. It's a nice little week, you know. NBA Finals started.
Oh.
Go Heat. They did not look good game 1.
Yeah.
But people are freaking out, and they might get swept. Who the fuck knows? You know, this will come out after game 2. But look, you know, we could record next week, and I'm like, yeah, NBA Finals are over.
Yeah.
Sucks. But people are freaking out because Nuggets kind of just controlled the game. But you got Caleb Martin, Max Strus, and Duncan Robinson. They shot 2 of 23 combined. There were open looks. Everyone's like, oh, Jimmy's got to be more aggressive. Sure, he does. But if those guys are hitting shots earlier, that allows him to be more aggressive in the paint. I think if they start hitting shots, it'll be a much more competitive series.
Yeah, sounds like an off night.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. And so they're oversized, overpowered. It's going to be a very tough series. But they lost by 11 points, and
they played a bad game on like their part.
Like Max Strus 0 from 6 for 3. He's a good 3-point shooter. Duncan Robinson was like 1 for 7.
Yeah.
At 3.
Yeah.
You know, like.
So you hear that, Nuggets?
Good
your
shooters.
Fucking blessings.
Good shooters having that off of a night won't happen all series. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Go Heat. I think you should leave. Season 3 came out. It's fantastic. Go watch it.
What was it called?
I Think You Should Leave.
think you should leave. What's that on?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah?
Yeah. I reference it.
Is that the...
I reference it about 10 times per episode, and I don't want you to watch it.
It's the comedy show.
Yeah, I don't want you to watch it
Mm-hmm.
because it won't be as funny when I reference it on this show.
I see a lot of things on social media about it.
Because you'll get what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
you'll just laugh, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
As opposed to me telling
It's
you
better that I'm in the dark.
as opposed to me telling you that Bozo did the dub, and you just being confused at what I'm talking about. Be like, what are you talking? Like, I'm like, no, Bozo. It's not a guy. Bozo
like-
dubbed over. It's like this viral video where Bozo dubs over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you did show me that
Yeah.
scene. That scene was pretty fucking
Yeah,
funny.
it's way better this way.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
So let's talk ET.
Oh, David, we're going to get all extraterrestrial.
I don't. This came out in 1982.
1982. I actually thought, once when I saw that again, I was like, damn, I don't know. I thought it was in the 90s or something, but 82, I mean, that's
Because
fucking
the
old.
graphics were so great.
Oh, David. They were ahead of its time. And this is
Were
Steven
they?
Spielberg's. No, not really. But
Yeah.
this is the
No,
follow-up to
when-
Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters. Spaceship's pretty similar if you think about it.
Close Encounters came out in 1977.
So, David.
And I would make the argument
Mhm.
Close Encounters was visually cooler.
Overall, yes. But I did think that the spaceship from E.T. is on par with the UFOs from... I mean, you only see it for a split second.
On par. I'll
Yeah.
give you that.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's better.
But if you would have had, if we just watched them, I didn't know the years, I would have guessed Close Encounters came out after.
Yeah, it is more in detail with UFOs and aliens and all that. Cool little fun fact about this. One, before we even get into it, I want to kind of say it now. The movie was shot chronologically. They shot it in order, which is fucking great because, everyone's seen this fucking movie. If you haven't seen this movie, you're missing out on an iconic fucking piece of life.
But also, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't think you need to watch it.
No, you need to watch it.
If you,
David, it's so wrong.
If you've made it
No,
to
no,
this
no, no.
point in life without seeing E.T., I don't think you're missing anything.
I think
so.
you are.
I'm glad I saw it as a kid.
Mm-hmm. Dude, watching it back
but
now.
if I at 28 watched it for the first time, I'd be like, what am I doing?
I don't know.
This is an hour. This is an hour 54. I'm never gonna get back.
I really think that this movie does a really good job at leaving a lasting impression. Now, it might not be they did this perfect. They did this great. This is the reason why this is so iconic. I just think the overall sense of it, the whole kind of love thing, they go in this whole family kind of oriented, base from it, which is so new and different. And yeah, it's somewhat similar to Close Encounters with the whole connection thing, but it leaves a lasting impression on you viewers wouldn't expect having from I feel like watching a movie like this. I think if you go into this movie, you wouldn't expect to be left with the feeling that you have at the end. I really think it leaves a lasting impression, and anyone that leaves a review about E.T., I feel like would say similar. That it's left, especially if you watched it from your childhood, that shit made a huge impression on me as a child in many ways. One, I was freaked the fuck out of E.T. when I first saw it.
Did you hug your uncle?
Oh yeah, no, but in the beginning of the film, and as the film went on, as a child being scared of this alien, Steven Spielberg and the way that they made this film made me actually care and love and enjoy E.T. I mean, I was fucking crying at the end of it when I first saw it, type thing. I mean, maybe not over the top, but
Gay.
I was like, yeah, right.
Fucking loser.
Who the fuck is this guy? But yeah, I think they did a pretty good job with it, man. And there's a lot of iconic shots where you're like, oh, I'll never kind of forget that. Even though they're a little corny, even though they're a little this or that, I just really feel like this movie leaves a lasting impression on you, unlike how most movies would. A lot of movies are entertaining. A lot of movies, they're dramatic. They're this or that. Though there's lines in it, but there's this feeling that I really feel that you're left with where I don't know. It's kind of cute. It's like, oh, glowing red heart. That's how I feel inside. Boop. All right, let's fucking move.
So I mean, I didn't feel any of that watching it.
Oh, you're You just don't feel, David.
Yeah.
That's
So,
really
like,
what this movie goes into. It's
But here's the thing, like, you had a connection on this from childhood.
true, but even rewatching it, I felt it.
You had that connection, so
Yeah.
you felt it again. I remember watching it as a kid. I don't remember disliking it.
Okay.
But I don't remember, like, loving it and being
Yeah.
like, I need fucking E.T. action figures. All that shit. Like, I remember, like, whatever. I remember watching it and
Yeah.
not liking it.
Yeah.
So, like, watching it now, I was like, whatever. It's a movie.
Yeah.
The girl from Never Been Kissed is in it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the follow-up from Steven Spielberg's Close Encounter of the Third Kind. Now, fun fact. This movie was from the script, something about new skies or something, and it was about aliens coming down who had the power, through the touch of a finger, to kill someone. And they had a lot of resemblances, and it's basically from the Poltergeist. So they
Can I tell you right now?
huh.
I would have liked that movie better. They're like just going around, boop, boop, dead. That's a fun movie.
That's a fun movie, right? And Steven ended up deciding to take it into like a family fun kind of loving route, which, you know, it might have been more fun the other way, but this way definitely is the way to sell a movie. You know,
Yes.
like you're targeting every audience and you're touching on the fucking hearts of kids. And now you have this generational thing where it kind of like, another little fun fact talking about generation. Henry Thomas, the guy that played
Generation.
Yeah. I like that. Call back to the throwback. Right? No? You just made that up right there?
No, there's a Limp Bizkit song called My Generation.
Yeah.
And he says, My generation.
Oh.
I
I was thinking that was from like a TV show or something.
And my generation.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know any of the other words.
But that sold it right there.
Yeah.
But Henry Thomas, the kid that played Elliot, got paid minimum wage for this film.
Yes,
but
he should. He's a fucking kid.
oh, but he knocked out the fucking park, bro. I mean, this was an amazing performance from a fucking 10-year-old.
Sucked.
But the reason why I said the whole generational thing, because he's still making residuals from it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so he's still making like
Of
bank.
course.
Like he got paid minimum wage, but the motherfucker's rich as shit from it. You know,
Yeah.
like he's getting paid probably merchandise shit. Like there's so many things. He's got action figures of himself. I used to have him as a toy. I used to have his red little jacket.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
That's the one thing he kept from set. That's another fun fact. I'm gonna be spitting them all day.
Let's talk money.
Let's talk money. So David, what are you thinking, bud? I will say this: 10% of the budget went to designing E.T. Hope that helps. 1982. Bucko.
10% of the budget went to designing E.T.
Yep.
That infuriates me
10 fucking percent.
because, like,
You have no idea, David.
that's like,
Like what?
it shouldn't cost a lot to design him.
That's the thing, though. It does.
It shouldn't cost
'Cause you have to
millions of dollars.
Yeah, maybe not millions for sure. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
is the budget $10 million?
Very, very close.
Okay, good. What is it?
10.5.
All right, good.
10.5.
I was very I was like, it's gonna be like 30 million.
100.
It cost it cost us $3 million to make ET. It shouldn't cost $1 million.
Yeah, so
That's insane.
that's a bit much. But I was just actually watching a small little documentary last night about how, you know, a lot of what they went through to create like ET, and it took them like months, and they have to do like multiple different types of like ETs. So they have to have like a robotic kind of one. They have to have like an ET that could be like an actual suit that someone can wear. There's like
an ET that's like a little more durable.
so
Spielberg's got to be pumping his loads into something on set.
God, dude, that fucking long
Here's
neck.
the thing. If you think there is a chance, if you think there's a fucking chance that Spielberg does not own a fucking ET sex doll, you're out of your mind.
Out of my.
He's got that, and he's just pumping loads in it all day.
Jesus Christ.
Got
dude.
ETs, got dinosaurs. Fucking
He's
does
like,
it
yeah,
all.
Fucking squeal.
Yeah. You like that, ET?
Yeah. Oh, and it's like the South Park reference where Steven Spielberg is raping fucking George Lucas, and he's like doing it from the callback of the fucking
Of the throwback?
the movie with
Deliverance.
Deliverance.
Yeah.
That's what was going on.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But David, how much do you think they grossed?
$1 billion.
Almost.
Yeah.
A little bit lower, like a decent amount lower, but
Like 750 million.
793.
790. How rich are you? How many fans have you sold? If 207 million is a little bit.
792, almost 793. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, 200 million, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, now obviously that money kept fucking rising. So another fun fact.
I mean, it's still rising. I paid to watch it.
Well, and then they've had re-releases in theaters too, where they made money and stuff. So I'll say another little fun fact. This was one of the longest movies that stayed in cinema in history. So it's like fucking one of the top. They didn't say exactly which one, but it was one of the longest movies that ever stayed in theaters.
How long?
I think it was a year, a little over a year. They said. It's crazy. Most films stay in theaters for like 2 months. Who's going like a
Came
year
out
later?
June 13th. Who in March is like, oh, let's go see that Steven Spielberg Alien movie?
Well, the way they work the movies in theaters is like how many people are seeing it at a time. You know, it's like you're not going to pull it from theaters if they're still bringing in this much money.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So they were just like, oh, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
We're
keep
7
it, yeah.
months in. Might as well just
We're
fucking
still seeing it. Fucking let it ride, baby.
No one else in 1982 had nothing better to do besides go to the
Go
theaters.
see it. I saw it 12 times. I cried every single time.
Every fucking time. Oh man.
We're gonna talk reviews, ratings.
Oh, David, we're gonna talk fucking reviews, baby. Let's see those fucking reviews. So, I love these reviews. IMDb gave it a 7.9 out of 10. That's not bad. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 99%. The highest rating. I think we might have had like one other fucking 99%, if that.
I can't imagine we've had another 99%.
I was thinking maybe like The Departed or some shit.
No, Departed, no way it got 99.
Yeah. So it's like, fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
this is for sure the highest rated movie we've had.
And Google users could suck a dick. They give it a 79%. I mean, that's like on par with like one of the worst movies we've done. Like fucking
Based on Google user standards.
yeah, Google user standards.
That's not a ridiculous rating for this movie.
No.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
not,
all right.
I'm just saying from Google's standard.
Yeah, they're normally Why go
90% for
thumbs
everything.
down ET?
Yeah.
Like
On
I
Google.
didn't love it, but I'm not like, oh, I gotta go to Google. I gotta let people know.
so
it sucks.
frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. What do you give it?
So I'm really trying to not be biased with the way I feel about it. I personally give it an 8.4. That's with me being rational
No,
of
it's
my
not.
biases.
No, it's not. No, it's
oh,
not.
bro, totally.
What do you want to give it?
Like, if I was going off of how it made me feel and how much of an impression it made me,
Sure.
yeah, I'd probably go like an 8.8.
I like how you got it 0.4. You're like, I'm gonna be rational. I'm gonna be a reasonable human being, and I want to give it an 8.8, but I'm gonna give it an 8.4. All right, I'm gonna be a little more reserved.
There's only like
You said that like your initial rating was 9.5, and you're
yeah.
like, I don't want to be too ridiculous. It's not a big gap between what you want to give it, what you think you should give it.
It's not, but I would say the movie did everything it was supposed to do in a really good way, especially in 1982. There was only a couple little things where I was like, that took me out of the story, that made me think for a second. Nah, they wouldn't do that. That's not realistic. This or that. Like almost everything was done pretty fucking well.
There's an alien,
Yeah,
so it can't be realistic because aliens aren't real, Braden.
But like in every movie I watch, I'm taking out the movie. Usually at least 10 times I'm like, that wouldn't fucking happen like that, or like that's stupid, or like that's ridiculous. Like this movie, yeah, you're suspending your beliefs because it's a fucking alien for sure. But in like some ways, a lot of it was done realistic. I will definitely, even though I'm giving this an 8.4, even though this movie is iconic to me,
You're giving it an 8.8. We're not doing the 8.4. That's nonsense.
well,
Because your rational rating isn't much different than your normal rating.
Well, I actually do think an 8.8 might be a little too biased. Honestly.
You can be biased. We're a biased podcast. I gave Fear a 10 last week.
All right, then, yeah. Fuck you, 8.8, bro.
Like, come on, what are we doing?
Rotten Tomatoes 99? Yeah. Fuck.
Acted like people go to us for real, like, journalism.
They should.
People are like, oh, I got.
They should.
They keep emotion out of it. They're very rational.
I have an AS degree in filmmaking. Okay, that took 2 years. Okay, all right, Bucko. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, let's get to the ratings then. Let's get to the awards because of all these.
Oh, do I not to give my ratings?
Yeah,
we're just gonna move on.
We're
just gonna move on. You're gonna give yours.
There's people like fucking Do Des Pussy fucking awards.
What?
Yeah,
do the Pussy Awards?
Yeah, there's
what awards?
The Turkish film critics. Who the fuck are they? They're better than me and you. The Turkish film critics. They know more than me and you.
Yes, 100%. Had you picked like the Academy Awards, I'd have said no.
Yeah.
But you went. You got to pick on Turkey.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Pick the Academy Awards and be like, yeah, what the fuck do they know?
Yeah, that's I fucked up. Yeah.
So this movie, whatever. It's not my kind of movie. I get the appeal, and I got to look at it through the lens of it was made in 1982.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's that. It's hard to shit on, like graphics and how cool a movie looks when it was made 40 years ago.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't expect Avengers Endgame when I'm watching E.T. So all of that, I give it like a 7.
All right.
Like, it's didn't speak to me at childhood. It's not something, unless we cover it again, unless year 3, people are like, we want to hear E.T. again.
You might be like,
I might
be wrong.
or I watch it with a fucking child in my family.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever watch this again.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, but
you're missing out on the magic.
It's
David.
whatever.
This movie's got magic in
I
it.
experienced the magic. I gotta keep
That's
watching
magic.
it.
That's
You're like,
that's magic.
You gotta keep watching E.T.
you gotta keep
all the
it.
time.
Yeah.
Like whatever. I've seen it. It's fine. It's fine for what it is.
Well, David, everyone that does awards disagrees because they give it they got 52 wins and 36 nominations.
There we go.
Which is crazy. Now, I will say one other thing. This movie was the highest grossing movie of all time during the time it was out. Until Jurassic. So it went Close Encounters.
Spielberg.
I swear to God. So it went Close Encounters, then it went E.T., and then it went Jurassic Park.
Jaws. Jaws ever?
I don't know. Fuck, I hope I didn't say that too during Jaws.
We doing quadruple Spielberg?
I don't know,
Fucking
man.
nuts, man.
Yeah, but he was killing it, dude. It just shows too. Steven, we're boys. You know, I referenced Steven by his first name, so we're boys.
Yeah, I've been catching on to that.
Yeah, so we're boys, and I almost forgot how old you were, bro. Fucking 1982, killing it. All right, so we're gonna get into the awards. We're gonna start with the Academy Awards. We're gonna go through the wins, all right? Because there's too many nominees. So they won Best Sound. That's fucking sound is next fucking level. I'm gonna do only the 1982, 1983, and maybe 84 wins. I'm not gonna do these 2017 and 2022 wins because fuck that. But they won the award, the Best Saturn Award for Best Science Fiction Film. They won Best Actor, Henry Thomas, who played Elliot. No, that was a nominee. My bad. Yeah. But now we're on to the PGA Awards. They won
2000. Keep scrolling.
Oh yeah,
keep scrolling. Right. You said you weren't going to do old ones or new ones.
1994. They won the National Film Registry Award of the National Film Preservation Board.
You said maybe 84.
Oh yeah,
you said maybe 84. You're going 10 years later. Look at that.
There's so many fucking awards.
They're winning all these fucking nonsense awards years in the future.
Yeah, it's pissing me off. All right, so they won the 1984 fucking Golden Screen Award. They won 2 of them in 83 and 84.
Back-to-back golden screens, baby.
Woo! Boy, did they win a fucking Grammy because they won for Best Recording for Children, Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson for the fucking E.T. Extra-Terrestrial album.
There we go.
There we go. They won Best Instrumental Composition by John Williams. That guy is the fucking best. Him and Hans Zimmer, they're just the fucking best. And he won again another Grammy for Best Instrumental Arrangement, accompanying vocal, John Williams. All right, we're moving on. They won the Best Foreign Film Award at the Cinema Writers Circle Awards. in 1983. Look at that.
In Spain.
Spain, yes.
Well, it was a foreign film.
Yes. Spain, wow, look at that. They're fucking all over the place. They won the Boston Society of Film Critic Award for Best Film in 1983 and Best Director, Steven Spielberg, and Best Cinematography, Alan Daviau.
I mean, you could throw all three of those in the trash. I mean, fucking Boston knows about movies, kid. Oh, that's a fucking wicked movie. the fucking faggot ass alien running around in the woods. Fucking crazy, kid.
Where's fucking Mocky Mock?
God. Just racist, homophobic people live in that city. They're the worst.
Next, we got the Blue Ribbon Awards. They won Best Foreign Language Film, Steven Spielberg, baby. Now we're at the National Society of Film Critics Awards. Steven Spielberg won for Best Director. He's just Stevening it up. They won a Golden Globe for Best Original Score, John Williams, and Best Motion Picture Drama, E.T. Look at that. So we're on to the Writers Guild of America, who are fucking throwing a huge strike right now, bro. Striking it up.
Good for them.
Yeah,
it's
good for them.
It's like the 5th time in our lifetime they've done a big strike.
Make that money, writers. You deserve it. They won for Best Drama written directly for the screen. Melissa Matheson. Good for you, Melissa. Now we are on to the Motion Picture Sound Editors Awards. They won a Golden Reel Award for Best Sound Editing. Sound effects. Wow. Fuck David D. Donatello. Who makes that guy so great where he has his own award show?
Fucking nobody.
Yeah, but he gave an award for Best Foreign Director, Steven Spielberg. Now we're on to the awards of the Japanese Academy. Fuck yes. They won Best Foreign Language Film, 1983. And they won Most Popular Performer for E.T. Look at that. E.T.'s winning awards. Now we are at the Kinema Junpo Awards, where Steven Spielberg won for Best Foreign Language Film.
You know what? They won Best Picture at the Golden Globes. Best Picture Drama. I'm going to put it under scrutiny. Movie Missing, Officer and a Gentleman, Sophie's Choice, and The Verdict.
I still think it was.
Were the other movies.
I don't even know those movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was a shit year for movies. So they're just like, well, it was the biggest movie. Fucking give it to them.
Did you see the way that the fucking mothership dropped down, David?
Hey, come out a couple years later and see if you beat Rocky fucking 4, because you don't.
Yeah, Rocky 4 is, that's next level shit right there. They won a Sant Jordi Award. I don't even know how to say that. Some French fucking word. Major Pellicula Infantile. Steven Spielberg won. Next, we're on to the Young Artists Awards. Fucking Drew Barrymore. Best Young Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. She fucking won.
Why does so it's the Young Artist Awards.
Yeah.
Why does the word young have to be in the award she won?
That's a good point.
Just Best Supporting. They're all young.
Yeah.
It's the Young Artist Awards. You don't say Best Young Supporting Just say Best Supporting Actress.
But they
doubled, the Young Artist Awards.
They doubled down, David, because they won another one for Best Young Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. Robert McNaughton.
That was
Mike.
older brother.
Yeah. And then they also won Best Family Feature, Animated Musical, or Fantasy. Look at that. So they won the fucking Family Award. And then they won Best Young Motion Picture Actor, Henry Thomas. What a breakthrough fucking performance.
Breakthrough, Henry Thomas. We've seen him in so many other things.
And fun fact, he was like, oh, I went, I became a star overnight, and then I never left my home because I got treated like a circus animal, is what he said.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. Boo! You made fucking friends. I'm just kidding. That probably does suck.
Sure, it was a lot of fun being a child star.
Yeah, going everywhere.
You ever see the movie Richie Rich with Macaulay Culkin?
No, I don't
Kid just wants to have a normal life.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
And no one wants to hang out with him.
Yeah, it's fucking...
So he's got a McDonald's in his house, so he doesn't have to leave. Sad life. It sucks.
Yeah. But we're at the Fotogramas de Plata Awards, and Steven Spielberg won Best Foreign Film. Now we're at the Hugo Award. Nope. That was a nominee. Now we're at the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Awards because, God, they're the most prominent, They won Best Picture. They won Best Director, Steven Spielberg. Fucking New Generation Award for Melissa Matheson.
New what?
New Generation Award.
New what?
New Generation.
New what? generation.
Now we're on to the Kansas City Film Critics Circle Awards because they know fucking.
If they know two things, it's barbecue and it's films.
That's right. And they gave E.T. Best Film, the KCFCC Award. I really wish it was called KFC Award. I was really fucking hoping. And then Best Director, Steven Spielberg. He's fucking. Can you imagine going to his home and he's just got like a fucking wall with like 100 E.T. awards? It's just one wall for
He's
E.T.
like, there's Kansas City. there was Spain.
There's New York Film Circle. Fucking
yeah, what they won there? They didn't win shit.
Yeah.
Because New York knows movies, all right? Kansas City doesn't know movies. New York knows fucking art.
Well, what about the National Board of Review, USA? Because they give them a award for the MBR award.
Sure, it was top 10.
Top 10.
Sure. Absolutely top 10.
Yeah.
All day.
We got two more. We got the Jupiter Award for Best International Film,
No,
Steven Spielberg.
You know it's in Jupiter, Florida? The Maltz Theater?
What?
I'm joking. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
It's on Jupiter, dummy. E.T. comes down, ducks his ass, sends him to Jupiter. And then Heartland Film. They won.
Takes place in the Heartland Nursing Home on Prosperity Farms Road.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fucking love that place.
Yeah, where Mr. Reen used to take us to sing to all the old people. And the old people did not want us there.
No.
They were just like, whatever. Like, they'd sit there, and then we'd give them cards that we made for them.
Yeah.
All right, bye, up.
Yeah. They're all
They're
just
kind of looking around, like, can we...
just waiting to die.
Yeah, can we do something else before we die? Like, this is nonsense.
Wasting my fucking
It's
time.
fucking nonsense.
And they're actually more pissed at the home itself because they're hiring us to come do that. Like,
yeah, they're like, they didn't hire us.
Well, like-
I think Heartland was paying? No, Mr.
yeah.
Mr. Reen was like, well,
Maybe
take them
Mr.
there.
Reen was
Yeah,
pocketing some
That'd be
cash.
fucking great. I hope Mr. Reen is like, I made so much money off doing that. It was great.
oh my God, that'd be so fucking awesome, dude. Fourth grade teacher from St. Clair's school found pimping out kids to.
I mean, we weren't fucking the
senior
old
home.
people,
Yeah,
Braden.
but like, oh my God, it's so great. All right, so Heartland Film, they won a fucking truly moving picture award. Hey, that's what it's called, dude.
There we go.
Steven Spielberg. That's his favorite one. He's got that one under the
It's
center
like-
light.
So you see that? We were truly moving that year.
I told you.
God.
Braden said it.
It's like,
lasting impression.
God, I'm good.
Yeah, he's just
I am,
he's just
I am
stroking his
fucking
dick,
good.
looking at his so fucking.
All right,
truly
guys, for
moving.
editing purposes, we're going to take a quick break, but I swear to fucking God we'll be back.
Oh yeah.
So stick around. And we're back. Hey, Derek Jeter, fuck you.
All right, guys.
All right, Braden, take us.
Oh, we're gonna get extraterrestrial. So, guys, we open to fucking night. All right, it's fucking a cool, magical, fucking woody, fucking kind of stoic, smoky forest. It's weird. It's giving off weird vibes. You're like, this isn't a typical forest I'm used to. Right? It's really misty. And then we see a motherfucking spaceship drop down, and there's fucking these like you kind of see like a figure kind of just wobbling a little bit through the forest. You're like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? It's making weird noises, like weird noises.
What kind of noises?
Okay,
Okay, yeah, I heard.
That was actually pretty good, right?
No, it was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
You do Marky Mark.
You do noises.
I do E.T. They're making weird ass noises. We see one of the little fucking aliens walk back into the mothership, and we see one long ass finger, like a point of view from one of the aliens, like messing with a branch as it's looking at the alien go back into the mothership. And then we cut inside the spaceship, which is something that isn't really touched on nor really brought back up again. And we're looking at really weird plants that are glowing. And we're like, okay. And when we see a little alien walking through, we're like, you kind of see him. You don't really fully see the alien, but you kind of get like a silhouette of him. We're back outside the ship, and now there's fucking 5 ETs, and they're like roaming in this like forest. And we hear some more like futuristic alien spaceship sounds, and then all of a sudden all the ETs just stop, and their fucking chests start glowing red, and you're like, whoa, that's not good. Something bad.
Chests don't normally do that.
They don't. Aliens don't just stop, and then they just start moving again. They start kind of like circling back to the ship. Then we see another point of view of one of the fucking aliens, and its hands are digging up a plant. You're like, oh, it's really into this plant. It's got really long fingers, and it's getting nice and deep into that soil. It's preserving the roots, like it's really caring for this little plant. Then we see some fucking small little ET walking literally like 2 miles per hour through like what is like the redwoods. So we come to find out we're like in like California, and these are like literally redwoods. And if you don't know what redwoods are,
You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. They're huge fucking trees.
Don't explain it. Go fuck yourself if you don't know what redwoods are.
Anyone though in the redwoods would be taken back. And you're looking at this little alien, and he is just.
I wouldn't be.
He is what?
Man, I wouldn't be.
These fucking.
I gonna be like, yeah, whatever those trees.
Fucking
I see trees every
stupid forest.
I see trees every fucking day.
Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, I'd like kick the trees. I'd be like, it don't matter.
Not ET though.
They don't mean shit.
Not little alien, because he's looking around. He's like, oh my god, I'm so fucking small. These trees are so fucking big, and he cannot get over the fucking trees. And you know, it's like I'm a tree body. I like trees. I feel where he's coming from. He's walking through. They come back. They go through the forest.
Tree body?
Yeah, what do you call them? A fucking.
I can't imagine it's tree body, is it?
I don't know. It's like a home body, like a tree body.
Yeah, but you don't live in a tree. Home body is someone who like just doesn't really like leaving their house.
David, you could build a home.
It's a nice way of saying. It's a nice way of saying agoraphobic. Homebody, but like, a tree body isn't someone who likes trees.
Yeah, there is another word for it. I'm trying to think what it is, but I can't.
You're outdoorsy. What
No,
do you think
it's
I'm outdoorsy?
Someone that is a tree hugger. That's what it's called. Someone who really loves trees is called a tree hugger. So he's a tree hugger.
Tree hugger is willing to die for those trees. You willing to die for those trees, Brad? If they were like, we're cutting down the redwoods tomorrow.
Yeah,
There's nothing you motherfuckers can stop me. Would you go chain yourself to a redwood?
I'd go fucking pull an Avatar. I'm grabbing all the mystical creatures around the fucking forest. I'm like, we gotta make a stand. If we don't stop this now, it's never gonna stop, and the deforestation will always continue. And then I'll have like panthers and bears like on my side, and then we attack at dawn.
All right.
Yeah. So
you're pretty sick.
Thanks. Yeah, would be pretty fucking sick. So yeah, so E.T.'s roaming through a forest as if he's never seen a forest over the 10 million life that he's had. He's never seen trees before.
So you didn't say on air that Steven Spielberg went on record.
I did, and that's another fun fact.
You told me this privately.
Shit.
You said, hey, David, don't let anybody know.
Guys, E.T. is 10 million years old. Steven Spielberg went on record to literally say
it never gets mentioned in the movie.
No.
Spielberg's just like, he's like, oh, I got to do an interview. I got some important shit I got to say.
Yeah, so I thought I already brought it up. Don't worry. I'm going to bring it up 10 more fucking times, guaranteed. Because you should not forget that this highly sophisticated, higher dimensional fucking alien is 10 million years old. And the reason why he's 10 million, because Steven wanted to explain even further, he said he's a plant-like creature, which is why he's so fucking in love with the redwoods. Like, I mean, who wouldn't be as a tree hugger?
He's saying, like, the wall is his ground. You know, he built the wall. So he should move around like it's his ground.
What the fuck is that from? Is that from anything?
He built it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
That's
makes
his
sense.
ground. It needs to be like his ground.
Yeah.
Even though it's a wall.
Yeah. No, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker has traveled literal galaxies, spaceships, futuristic shit, all in between. But the redwoods is what captures this guy. So they cut around the forest, they cut back to him, and he has moved 3 feet in like 2 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I get it. This alien moves super fucking slow. And then he gets to a part where he's overlooking L.A., and the reason why I want to bring this up so quick, he's overlooking L.A., and he's like, oh. And then right after that happens, a fucking car in the middle of the woods skirches up like, skirt! Like really fucking quick.
Get him, boys!
Yeah, get him! As if we could not hear this car coming up until that point. And now, E.T. alien is going from moving 0.2 miles per hour to running so fast. He's fucking outrunning every human. There's like 20 humans now in the forest, like chasing after him with flashlights, and he is so fast. His chest is glowing fucking bright red, and he is moving. He's huffing, puffing, going, moving so fast. And
they keep referring to ET as the N-word.
Yeah, it's really racist.
I saw him run that way.
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
Yeah, get him.
These fucking people are chasing after him. The ET's fam is waiting at the ship, and the chests are all glowing. Basically, like, the way I took it is, like, they're trying to signal to him, like, let's fucking go. Like, come on, dude. And, like, you're 10 million years old. You know the fucking deal. When the chests start glowing, you got to get on the ship. But ET is nowhere to be found. He's actually trying to run towards the ship as he's running away from the humans. And the mothership's got a dip, bro. The mothership's like, bro, you're bringing all these humans back to the ship.
We're
you're going to fuck us up. Like, we can't do this. We got to dip. So they dip.
Yeah.
Mothership is...
Do you know what I thought?
Huh.
Totally could have waited for him.
Totally could have
He beat them by more than enough. Because
Yes.
they saw the ship.
Oh, and he's jumping.
It's not like we can't...
ET is kangarooing through
and
the
it's
forest.
not like we can't be seen. We got to get out of here. We just need to get out of here before they get to us.
Yeah.
Totally could have let ET
We're in
get
a
up.
mothership.
People saw it go up.
Yeah. They know there's aliens here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, they're like, ET. The way I took it is, we've had enough of your fucking shit. You do this on every fucking planet. 10 million years.
Like,
10 million years of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Fuck you.
So they left him. Yeah. Then all the FBI agents are they're freaking out. They're running around fucking yelling. And yeah, they did. So this whole time, it's crazy because you this whole time as the viewer, if I didn't tell you he was 10 million years old, you'd think he's a baby, and you'd think that the family, like the mother and the father, left him behind. Like, that's how I always thought about it. Like like he was the child who didn't know his way, who didn't know that this is like the way we do shit, and he got left behind because of it. No,
Yeah,
this motherfucker knew the protocol.
Spielberg makes the movie worse.
Yeah.
By saying he's 10 million years old.
Yes, bro. And yeah, so but E.T. gets mesmerized by them LA City lights, It's just such a vibe.
I mean,
It's such a fucking...
Who hasn't been mesmerized by those lights,
I know Ryan
Go out
Gosling
there
was.
with big city dreams.
Oh.
Sometimes those big city dreams turn into a nightmare,
Oh, that's true.
You're dressed as Charlie Chaplin and just standing on the on LA Boulevard being like, oh, I don't talk. I'm a silent movie guy. Look at me. Yeah.
Is
that what they wanted to do when they moved out to LA? They were like, oh, what I want to do is I want to move to LA and I want to dress as like old celebrities. Like maybe I'll be Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, dude.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be sick.
And people will give me $20 a day to dress like Marilyn Monroe.
Oh my god.
Huh?
That's actually a sick little fucking...
Right? An extra $20 every day?
Yeah. And you get to stay dressed as Marilyn Monroe?
Dude.
Sounds like a dream.
Dude, $20? You can get a good meal for $20.
That's a dream come true. Yeah. What are we doing?
We're not doing that.
Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been saying for years.
All right, well, let's...
You lived out there, and I was like, you dressing like Marilyn Monroe? You're like, no.
What?
You're like, no, I'm trying to do, like, movies and stuff, and, like, I teach hot yoga. I was like, dude, you're fucking up.
You're missing out,
You're
dude.
fucking up.
What are you doing?
LA Boulevard's right there.
Yeah, man. A lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah.
You live and you learn, though. So, guys, we see the guys are still looking, but we never see their faces. Now, that's something that's repeated through the film. You never really see the majority of the people's faces because they don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Because they're not fucking important. But we do see E.T.
And when we do see their faces and meet the people, it's underwhelming.
Yeah.
It's very underwhelming.
Well, actually, there was only I'll get into it, but so we overhear E.T. notice that they don't find him, and he just gives like a gust, like, oh. The E.T. noises, dude, is so spot on to like getting across what E.T. is trying to say, and it's fucking great. But now we cut to Elliot's crib. So we meet the fam, all right? So it's fucking, we got 4 young guys at a table. They're not all part of the family. Some of them are just
good group
friends.
of guys.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
The top notch. They're all frustrating each other.
Yeah,
They're,
my friend group is a good group of guys, too.
Huh?
My friend group is a good group of guys.
Like the 5-6 Kings?
She's my friend group.
Oh, just okay.
They're a good group of guys.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So 4 guys are at a table and they're playing a game, and one of the boys asks, "Where's the fucking pizza?" And then we see Elliot for the first time, and he's bitching that he's ready to play, and
Kids are all acting
fucking
cool,
cares.
but they're playing some fucking dweeb game.
Yeah.
These kids are all fucking nerds. Why are we acting like they're cool?
Yeah. One of the boys
I
tells
would
him,
bully all 4 of those kids.
David would.
Yeah.
David is
Ruthless.
fucking prime bully. Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially with my current age and wit, I would tear those kids apart.
Yeah, you're like
You kidding me?
the pinnacle of
Yeah.
it's your prime right now, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To bully children, can't get better.
Can you imagine though, like what you would say like during what's about to happen in this scene? You'd be all over these fucking kids.
Wreck these kids.
Yeah, these kids would have no more dreams about aliens. They would just go home crying. So one of the boys tell him, "We're in the middle, Elliot. You can't just join any universe in the middle." Trying to be like, Elliot, you don't have the power. Now that becomes significant in this fucking film. Now, fucking, I wrote down, tell that to the 10 million-year-old alien who's going to befriend your brother. I love making myself laugh, you know? This is what you got to do.
Yeah, you do.
One of the boys orders fucking pizza and makes Elliot go get it and tells Elliot, if you go get it, we'll allow you to play. And Steve tells him this because Steve is the game master with absolute power. This is something that's repeated in the film, and it starts here with Steve being the game master with absolute power. All right? It's something you guys have to know.
Yeah.
Then they give Elliot the money to give it to the pizza guy. He goes out, gets the fucking pizza, and they tell him to not forget the sausage and pepperonis because that's important.
But also, he doesn't have control over. He's not making the fucking pizza.
Yeah. It's crazy.
The pizza guys hand him a box of pizza.
I know. I thought that too.
Is he going to open it and look at it and be like, "Hey, you got sausage and pepperonis in there? You didn't put any on this pizza." And the guys be like, "Oh, yeah." You just got a handful. And you're just tossing it on there.
Out the pocket. My bad.
You ever see... It's a Tom Green thing. You familiar with Tom Green?
Yeah,
the Tom
yeah.
Green show?
Mm-hmm.
He followed around a pizza guy, like, all day. And when the pizza guy went to a house, this was back when people paid cash for their pizza. Pizza guy went to a house.
Good times.
Tom Green would show up with his own pizza, and he had a shirt that said Undercutter's Pizza. And the person would answer the door, and the pizza guy would say the price, and he'd be like, "I'll do it for $8." Like, he'd have his own pizza
Just to try and compete with everyone.
and then the guy, he's like, "What kind of pizza did you guy?" He'd be like, "I got pepperoni." He'd be like, "Okay." And like, he'd put the pizza down. He had like a little kit, and he'd pull out pepperonis and put them on the pizza. The guy would be like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" Like,
you can leave, sir.
No one ever bought the pizza from him. It was everyone bought it from the pizza guy.
It just left, let down.
But it was like all day. He was following around the delivery guy and trying to get people to buy the cheaper pizza from him.
That sounds fantastic.
It's good. Tom Green's a funny guy.
Kind of sounds like this movie.
It's
just Elliot falling around ET, all fucking moving.
Trying to undercut him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit. So Elliot grabs the pizza from outside, and he's bringing it in, and he hears something behind his house and yells to his dog, Harvey. So we find out he's got a fucking dog, but there's no reply from the dog. So immediately, like, this dog is
Because
dead.
Harvey's a dog.
No, this dog
Harvey
is
wouldn't be
dead.
like, "Yeah, it's just me, Elliot. Don't worry.
Woof, woof.
Go in with the pizza. Have fun.
Yeah. But he
Go
goes,
play the game. You got to play now. You got the pizza."
Yeah, I'm just
excited. Have fun.
I like being outside. You go in and have fun. He goes to the backyard, though, calling for Harvey, and his shed the shed light is on, and there's like a little bit of noise coming from it. So he goes over to it, and now he's got a fucking baseball that's like right on the ground by it, and he fucking tosses a baseball and gets tossed right back at him. He fucking is shocked, starts screaming, and runs inside, which I would too. Either that or I'd be like, "Oh my God, Air Bud?" Because we come to find out Harvey's a fucking like golden retriever too, so it's just
Could have
just
been Air Bud.
yeah.
There we go. Gotta start making money off that dog.
Yeah. He freaks out, runs inside, grabs all the knives, No, he doesn't. This is the best part because he yells to his mom and he's freaking out. He's telling mom that there's something out there. All the other boys are talking shit, so he yells, "Quiet!" and says, "Don't go out there." And all the boys are like, "I'm not gonna go out there." They go and every single one of them goes and grabs a knife and goes out there. And David, what does this tell you?
And so tells me nothing.
What?
Tells me nothing. What happens next tells me a lot.
It says, "I am the epitome of what every young child wants to do with knives."
You currently are the epitome of every young child.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a young, youthful, magical mind, soul. That's me.
Yeah. So they start grabbing knives, and Elliot's mom's like, "Hey, no, don't go out there, don't go out there." And then Steve goes, Hey. Take it easy. And like, brush your hair back. He's like, "Look, I'm the game master, all right? I got absolute power, and you're always going to be safe with me. So why don't we let those boys go check and see what's coming out? You and I hang out here for a little bit, all right? You want something to drink, huh? You want some wine? Let's loosen up.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go open a bottle.
Yeah.
We'll have a good night."
And they go do that.
You're with the game master now, all
Yeah.
right?
And she loves the
She
absolute power.
She has yearned for his approval all
Yeah.
night. All night you can tell she's like, "Hey, Steve, how you doing? Do you like the way I do my hair?" And Steve's just been like, "Yeah, whatever, leave me alone." But now he needs to calm her down, so he's like, "Okay."
I'm not going to spoil it yet, but very soon in the next scene, we're going to figure out why Mom loves absolute power. So the boys are outside. They're fucking flashing the light at the shed. And they see footprints from the alien, and they somehow think it's a fucking coyote. I've been around coyotes. They ain't got fucking feet like that.
Because you're a fucking psycho if you think it's probably an alien. Like,
well, you can tell
no one's thinking that.
They're all the like, oh, fuck, man, what's up with these coyote tracks? Like, these aren't normal coyote tracks. But we find out Elliot fucked up the pizza.
He dropped it and stepped on it as he ran in.
Yeah, which
not on he's not like, "Yeah, fuck that pizza."
Yeah, as I'm going in, fuck the boys.
He like put it down and then he ran away from the shed and stepped on it when he was running in.
Yeah, and that pisses off all the boys. And Mom tells them, "No douchebag talk in my house."
But also, they just left the pizza in the yard.
Yeah, it's fucking
They
ridiculous.
think a coyote got in their shed, and they're like, "Well, coyotes like pizza, you know.
They got rabies.
We're not going to eat this pizza because fuckface stepped on it. Let's just leave the pizza out for the coyotes."
Yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah,
they'll want to stick around more, and
they'll
we'll have
come eat
more
the
of this
pizza.
problem.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's fucking nuts. Throw the pizza away, guys.
yeah. 1982, man. You know what can you say?
Just leaving pizzas outdoors.
That must have been how it was. They go inside, and we hear what sounds like an 80-year-old fucking woman with asthma breathing. And the long fucking dildo fingers I wrote come wrapping around the shed. Like, bruh, where the fuck was E.T. when they went inside the shed? We don't see it, but it's like...
He's very good at hiding.
He is really good at hiding. Yeah. But I'm thinking he's doing something else. He's got something else. He did something. Elliot was in his room. I'm thinking like mind control, which I didn't want to really get into too much yet. But I'm thinking he's like, you don't see me. And that's got to be what happened. Elliot was in his room, mesmerized by this whole fucking thing. So he went back out with a flashlight, and we find out they have a fucking crop field behind their house. And Elliot says to himself, "Elliot, you're crazy." And he's like going through the crop field. And this is where M. Night Shyamalan stole this scene with Mel Gibson when he's going through the crop circle. Because what does Elliot find? He finds E.T. in one of the scariest fucking moments of my childhood. Not really, but like movie-wise, this shit freaked me out when I was a kid. This is the part where I'm like, holy shit, as a child, I'm freaked out. Because they come face to face, and it's great. There's like a pause, and Elliot starts, ah! And then E.T.'s head fucking elongates a foot, and he goes, and it is great. You like that?
I did.
Thank you. It's great. He freaks out. He runs back inside. Then he grabs all the knives. He runs in the room, locks the door, does a good old Braden, And he's safe. He's safe and sound.
He didn't piss his pants, though.
Didn't piss his pants, yeah. But that's what you got to do if you want to be safe and sound, you know?
Yeah. Because the urine will detract
What?
your attacker. It will keep them away.
The urine?
Yeah.
You're going to piss and then, like...
Every time you would piss your pants
piss my
and run
pants.
back
Yeah,
and get
yeah.
your knives. You'd piss your pants because the urine, you always assume they're going to try to rape you.
I thought you meant, like, the kids using the piss as, like, an attack.
You always assume they're going to try to rape you.
Yeah.
So you're like, if I piss, who wants to rape the kid covered in piss?
Yeah.
Nobody. They're like, ew, gross. I'm going to rape these other kids. Every time.
See, and I didn't tell David that. He just learned it on his own.
Oh, I picked up on it.
Yeah.
I was like, that motherfucker.
So smart.
That motherfucker wanted me to get raped.
I see what you're doing. You're not going to tell me about your tactic?
Yeah, fuck you, man.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
And he's going to hoard all the knives. I can't even defend myself. He's going to piss his pants. They're not interested in him. And then he's going to be like, look, I have all the knives. He can't even stop you.
Yeah.
Get him.
That's what I was thinking.
Get him.
I was like, they'll just fucking take it out on David and I'll be all safe.
All right. Yes.
And I'm all warm because it's piss drenched.
Well,
you know?
now that you're in the AC,
Well, yeah,
you
it
start
gets
getting cold.
cold. Yeah.
You're going to want to change.
But it's nice at first.
You wanna
it's
change. But while you're
comforting
going
at
to have
first.
plenty of time to change while I'm getting raped.
Yeah.
So you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this movie.
Yeah, so we're back in the movie, guys. Yeah, so that shit was the scariest thing I ever saw in a movie up at that point.
Ever.
Ever. But yeah, and so Elliot runs back to the fucking house. He knocks over some trash, or E.T. knocks over some trash cans as he's also fucking scurrying around and fucking moving around. Because he doesn't run, because he doesn't have legs. He has legs, but they're like really small. So the way he actually moves is he hops when he's trying to move fast. So he fucking hopped and he fell into some trash cans, rolled down some stairs, and you're like, I feel bad for that fucking alien.
Must be rough.
Yeah. Small fucking legs. Next day, Elliot takes his bike, and he goes to like the forest, and he's dropping Reese's Pieces all around the forest, and he's trying to find E.T. So he's like yelling out. He's like, hello, hello. And then he turns a corner, and he sees like this guy who we come to think is like some Secret Service agent or some shit looking around the woods.
But he just sees another guy in the woods and immediately like hides behind a tree. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well, and it's the way I'm guessing the whole kind of layout is that
oh,
these woods are right
that guy-
behind.
No,
No.
none of that. None of whatever you were going to say. That guy, it's known. He's the town diddler.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, I can't. If I run into the town diddler in the middle of the woods,
He's going to...
I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
I am fucking
I'm
done.
going to get diddled.
So he's like, I'm going to hide. I'm going to get back to my motherfucking bike.
Yeah.
All right? This alien can wait.
I got a pocket full of Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
I'm not going out like this.
Yeah, no
No
chance.
fucking chance. So fun fact, guys, I use Reese's Pieces because M&M's turned down the deal of a fucking lifetime. And this is actually what made Reese's Pieces so popular. This is the first time they came out with the candy. Before they actually launched the candy nationwide, they put in the film. They gave E.T. $1 million out of that $10.5 million to have that product placement, and it served them fucking well because apparently their sales are still good, and they fucking they how do I say, not blame it. They put it on the movie for the success.
There we go.
Yeah. So shout out to Reese's Pieces.
I mean, I feel like Reese's Pieces would have done fantastic with or without E.T., but
Yeah.
it's definitely better to have E.T.
But it just, like that mothership launched when they put that in the film, you know what I'm
Last
saying?
time you had Reese's Pieces?
It's been a while. Probably though, like a year ago. Like probably not too long. I don't really go out and buy Reese's Pieces, but
They're fucking great.
they're
though.
around
You
enough.
never have them and are like, oh, these are fine. Every time you
No,
have them,
yeah.
you're like, these are fucking great.
Man, these are better than the milk chocolate M&Ms. That's the way I look at
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah, you know?
Far and away.
And that's like the competitor for like kind of taste. Like they don't taste the same, but they're like similar in taste.
M&M's was like, we're gonna start doing peanut butter M&M's. They're great. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Peanut butter M&M's are great, but it's different than Reese's Pieces.
Oh,
Reese's
yeah.
Pieces just
Slaps.
Yeah.
Makes, the way my dad would say is, makes the tongue slap the back of your head. That's a good old time saying, guys.
There
If
we
you
go.
ever eat something and you want to tell the chef you really appreciate it, you say, shit, son, that make this fucking tongue slap the back of my head.
that's
And
what when
you
I
have
went
to kind of stumble on the words. It's never like you deliver it perfect because you got to kind of be like a little over it, you know?
and you should throw the N word in there
Yeah.
at some
like,
point with an A though.
Yeah. Probably in the beginning.
Shit.
that make this fucking tongue slap the back of your head. All right, so Elliot fucking takes his bike. He rides off, and once again, we see the POV from Alien with the fucking lengthy dildo finger reaching around the tree. Cut back to Elliot's crib. He's trying to defend what he fucking saw. No one's fucking believing him because Mom is like, "Did you fucking imagined it? You just got this good little imagination. You're just imagining it." She wasn't as mean like that, but you know, she's just like, "Yeah, you're
she's like my son didn't see this.
Yeah, he's a fucking child.
Yeah, I want him to calm down about this."
His brother Mike, older big bro Mike,
The fucking worst.
it's just shitting on him. Like, you just saw a little gremlin, a little pervert, deformed kid or something. And then, boom, Drew Barrymore makes her fucking debut, and she is the best. She just starts repeating to him a deformed kid, like she's like kind of confused, and Mike is kind of like, just fucking grow up. But Mike does not quit, and he says, maybe a deformed elf or leprechaun. Then Elliot freaks out, jumps up, and yells, "It was nothing like that, penis breath."
He said cock breath.
Nope. He must have had an alternate version. What, is cock better than penis?
Yeah.
Well,
For a child to say cock breath?
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely better.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But mom is so indifferent in this moment because she giggles and laughs, and then she's like,
I mean,
Elliot!
yeah. He can't talk like that, but it's inherently funny.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
She's also kind of shocked that he like knows that. And it's like, well, that's what happens when you got big older brothers named Mike.
Yeah. Fucking assholes.
But yeah.
Teaching you bad shit at a young age.
Oh, man.
All of them.
I know, yeah. Yeah, first album I ever looked at was Ludacris's album of Chicken Wings and Asses or something like that. And it's the first album cover I ever looked at. Swear to God.
We've done this before. That's
that's
not what it's called. It's called something so much different.
Yeah, but
that's like what you're like. It's called asses and chicken wings, and then like, I found that it's called nothing like that.
But he's like eating a chicken wing. There's got butts around him. It's ludicrous.
Also, what does that have to do with older brother Mike's?
Well, I was saying because my older sister showed me that when I was a fucking like infant.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, not anything to do with an older brother named Mike, but just older siblings in general.
No, older brother's named Mike. They're assholes.
Yeah, they expose you
suck.
to the worst.
They're the fucking worst. All of them.
Which creates some awkward silence, and Elliot says, "Dad would believe me." And this is where we find out why Mom is so into Steve. Because Mom says, "Maybe you ought to call your father and tell him about it." Elliot replies, "I can't. He's in Mexico with Sally."
Chicken and Beer is the name of the album.
Even better. It's fucking better. Chicken and Beer. But this is where Steve makes a big picture in this whole fucking thing. Because Elliot replies, "I can't. He's in Mexico with Sally." Mom and Mike both look just defeated. And Drew asks,
this is why she is the worst mom in the fucking world.
In the universe, in like the galaxy.
She is so unhealthy. What she's got going on in this house.
So unhealthy. Drew asks, "Where's Mexico?"
The girl from Never Been Kissed?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dad's a piece of shit and is missing out on some fucking sick ass alien shit.
Where's Mexico?
Mom excuses herself from the table. She doesn't fucking answer. She literally just gets up.
Excuse me for a second. And then goes and just stands in the kitchen.
Yeah. Mike tells Elliot I'm going to fucking kill you.
I'm going to fucking kill you, driving crooner.
Which is nice, though. It kind of shows that Mom and Mike have a almost closer relationship than... Because he's like the oldest.
That's not nice.
No.
It's a fucking unhealthy. Mom's got no one in her life, so she has a bananas unhealthy relationship with her oldest son.
Totally.
It's fucking nuts.
But it plays out in other ways in the movie that we see.
Yeah, it's not nice. It's not good behavior.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't care about it, but it's not good behavior.
Okay. Mom then says, "If you ever see it again, tell me, and I'll call to have someone take it away." Okay? Is that good mom parenting?
All right. Just I'm gonna because your dad's in Mexico with that fucking slut, I am gonna kill that alien.
I'll fucking kill him.
Fucking kill him.
Right? Fucking kill him, right?
I can't kill one of you three. I'll kill the alien.
You just tell me and I'll do it. Drew asked, like the dog catcher? She's fucking traumatized already, the way mom's talking about this
She's
shit.
like, what's going on right now?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You're gonna kill him like the dog catcher does? Elliot says, they'll give it a lobotomy or do experiments on it or something. He already knows. He's like, the government is not one to trust. They argue over dishes. Mom is crying and says she fucking says, yeah, I must have typed it. She fucking hates Mexico.
No.
Or Drew says, or no.
Mike. She says, Mom is crying and says, he hates Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
And walks out. So that's like, we never went to Mexico because he said he hates it.
Yeah.
But he's going with Sally.
Yeah.
And look, doing all this in front of her fucking kids, man.
It is so unhealthy.
Get your shit together, lady.
Yeah. Mike starts yelling at Elliot.
Yeah. Now Mike's like, you fucking asshole.
See what you're doing?
Look what you're killing our mother.
Elliot goes to do the dishes and looks out the kitchen window. And boy, is that sink fucking steaming, bro.
It's a hot
Dude,
sink.
I'm like, bro, you're going to burn your hands, Elliot.
Yeah, it's not a safe
And
time.
Mom doesn't notice how hot the water is.
No, she's too busy crying about her fucking ex-husband.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah, she's still in love with her ex-husband.
Yeah.
And she makes that her kid's problem.
Yeah.
Guys, for editing purposes, we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, yeah.
But don't worry. We're coming right back. So stick around. Just hit it. Come on. And we're back.
Oh, guys.
Fuck you, Derek Cheater.
Yeah.
F you, DJ.
Fudge.
So if you're watching the YouTube, you've just been staring at a 5-6 Kings logo for about a half hour now.
It was the aliens.
Yeah, they made Braden's phone storage full,
Yeah.
even though it wasn't full.
Yeah. Yeah.
So back to the movie.
It's just alien shit, dude. And I'm getting fucking sick of it. All right. If you want to abduct me, bro, just fucking do it. All right. Immediately, I get fucking teleported out. Wait, David.
And you know what I would do? I would slide over. I would just go off of your notes. I would record the rest of the episode
Just
as if nothing happened.
Like a long beat. You make up your mind.
Well, the show must go on. So,
All right. Hopefully, he comes back. I don't know. All right. So we cut to Elliot laying out on a lawn chair. This kid can't have enough with this fucking alien. He's got a flashlight, and he wakes up on the lawn chair to literally E.T. right in front of him, like 3 feet off. Yeah, just going to town.
using those long fingers to really just gets a good grip on Elliot, and he's just...
It's wild.
Elliot became a man that night.
Oh, gee, I thought you meant, dude, that's even further. I thought you meant E.T. was just sitting there going at it. So the shed light is just casting on E.T. and Elliot just like wakes up, and he's in shock. He's in literal shock because he's trying to be like, Mom, and he can't even like fucking build up the courage to yell because he's so fucking scared. And E.T. in the most creepy fashion is just every 3 seconds taking like a little wobble step, getting closer, and his arms are dangling and shit. He looks creepy as fuck. From this angle too, you're like, Steven, what are you doing to me, bro? You're freaking me out right now. Elliot's freaked out. He's in shock. And then E.T. just leans over, opens his hand. You think he's about to just fucking kill him, and then just drops some Reese's Pieces right into his lap. And I'm like, I see what you're doing. E.T. You're laying the groundwork here, boy.
You guys grooming him.
Yeah. And so Elliot picks up what E.T.'s putting down, and we cut to Elliot inside of his home, placing the Reese's Pieces like on a trail up to his room, and E.T. is just following along. We're seeing his long ass fingers trying its fucking hardest to pick up these Reese's Pieces, and yeah, just like that, like he's and you're hearing it. And yeah, Reese's Pieces, man. I'm just now thinking like, fuck, I want some. Don't you? From the scene, you're like, oh, but E.T.'s with them long fingers grabbing them.
You should have, a proper host would have had Reese's Pieces for his guest.
I fucked up. So E.T. is now taking the Reese's by the handful.
We ever do this at my place?
You got some Reese's?
Pieces.
God damn it.
Absolutely.
So now he's at Elliot's room. And at first, Elliot isn't like caught up to like look at him. So he like turns around to grab something from his dresser, and then he turns back around and he doesn't see him. And E.T.'s like behind one of his dressers, and he's like knocking shit over, grabbing it. It's kind of funny. And finally, Elliot like grabs E.T. and puts him under a light, and he's just shocked because now he's looking face to face, like eye to eye with an alien. And
tooth to tooth.
Yeah, tooth to tooth. It's funny though, because as E.T. was like going through his shit, he would like knock shit over and be like, oh, shit. Yeah, just make some like weird ass noises.
Fuck. Didn't mean to knock that over.
And then his feet, when he would like walk, they would sound like mashed potatoes fucking squishing or something. I don't know. It was really weird. You guys really got to hone in on the noises. They fucking killed it with the sounds. Elliot puts a light right on his fucking face. And then they have that moment. And then puts a towel, or then there's just like a towel around him. I'm like, when did that towel get there?
Elliot walks up and like tosses it on him.
Oh, okay.
And E.T.'s like, all right, I'll fuck with it.
All right.
Fuck with it, yeah.
I like this. This is wool? This is wool?
Shit. Nah, wool towel?
It's like, wait a
minute.
minute.
It's got a towel made of wool?
Wait a minute.
It's cloth. It's cloth. Cloth is tiny hairs, Braden.
And he's like, are you fucking...
Braden, all right? Cloth is just tiny hairs.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, wow, this came from an animal. Holy shit. And he starts mimicking what Elliot's doing, so touching the nose, touching the ear. What David's talking about.
Touching the
pecker.
Touching the pecker.
Yeah. And then pointing his finger and giving a little wiggle. Yeah. You like it when I wiggle my finger? And then E.T.
like, yeah, you like it, Elliot.
And I swear to God, E.T. starts to purr.
You're a good boy,
Elliot. So this is where it gets crazy, because E.T. starts to go. Yeah. And then I swear to God, Elliot immediately gets really, really, really tired. And like he's just like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And then just like goes back to the chair and just immediately passes out.
And what does E.T. do?
Well, he wakes up and he's just butt naked. So we can only assume.
Yeah. Elliot is butt naked.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had a bunch of clothes on when I fell asleep. So what happened? And E.T.'s gone, and we don't see E.T. again.
No, it got a lot. The end. No, it actually got a lot worse. I actually didn't even want to say it. So like E.T. actually abducts him as he's sleeping and brings him onto the mothership, and we just see E.T. like blasting off into another galaxy, high as fuck off adrenochrome, and it's just like, holy shit, that's dark. So, yeah.
Why is that dark?
Shout out to Phil Schneider.
Why is that darker? Oh, that's adrenochrome. I thought that was an alien thing.
No,
that's the kid's blood and all of that. Okay.
I was
confused. I was like, why is that darker than him raping him in his bedroom? That's okay.
And I shouted out Phil Schneider. He's the one that started that whole thing. This is a guy that went on record going underground.
E.T. was wearing Elliot's face when we saw him and drinking his blood.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It's high as fuck. We see the FBI or the Secret Service, whatever, fucking doing scans of the area with the mothership, where the mothership kind of like landed in the forest, and one guy finds a stash of Reese's Pieces. And I love it because Steven's like, they'll know what that means.
Yeah. The guy eats them. Guy's like, it's
fucking great.
Free candy.
I fucking love him. Elliot wakes up and acts sick to stay home from school, and mom walks in and she's like, yeah, you got a fucking fever, so stay home. She walks in the closet, and Elliot is like really concerned, and you're like, why is Elliot so concerned that the mom is walking in the closet? And then relieved when she walks out, and you're kind of thinking like, oh, that must be where little E.T. is. So brother Mike doesn't know how to back out of a driveway. I don't know what the fuck the purpose was of that, because then the mom and Drew walk down the driveway to get in the car. It's like you just made them walk, and they have a really long driveway.
Well, that's Drew Barrymore's like, can you back the truck up all the way to here? And mom said, yeah, and I'm going to kill him when I see him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have
he's
fucked
not
that part.
of driving age.
Yeah, I thought
and
the
he
mom
wanted
him.
He wanted to drive and like went and backed it down the driveway.
And did a bad job because he was like hitting the fucking.
Yeah, 'cause he's never done
bottom.
it. He doesn't drive.
Yeah.
He's like 13 years old.
Okay.
He was like hitting shit and stuff. Yeah.
Because I was like, that didn't make any fucking sense.
Mom wasn't happy about it. But
yeah.
but she's a terrible mom. Like, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
He was able to go and move the car without her knowing. She's the worst. She's still crying about Mexico.
It's crazy.
She made tacos for breakfast. So you guys, you guys like Mexico so much, here you go.
Some reheated tacos.
Yeah. Good day after you eat refried beans for breakfast.
Mom knows Elliot was waiting outside last night for the thing, and which is why she was like, "Yeah, you're probably sick because of that." So brother Mike, so back inside Elliot's crib, and he's telling a 10 million-year-old fucking highly sophisticated, higher dimensional being to come on, don't be afraid, it's all right. Like talking to it like it's a fucking child. It's okay, come on, come on. And this fucking alien's. We're kind of like, are you fucking kidding me? He's kind of like following along, like, you don't know who the fuck I am? E.T. walks straight up to this 10-year-old punk, looks him dead in his fucking eyes, and Elliot asks him, do you talk? And E.T. says, yeah, motherfucker. Do you think I travel millions of light years? Fucking, I came here on a spaceship, and you don't think I can fucking talk? You don't think I can articulate language and communication? You fucking idiot. No, he doesn't say that. So he's just kind of like, yeah. He says some weird thing. He doesn't really talk. But Elliot says, saying, I'm Elliot. And then E.T. turns around, walks towards the table, and kind of like, I don't care.
Yeah, like fucking leave me alone. Like, well, stop it.
Yeah. And then at the table, Elliot is showing...
Why am I here right now?
Yeah, he's like, so I don't know. What the fuck are you saying, kid? I don't care what your name is. So at the table, Elliot is showing E.T. all of the fucking toys that he's got. And I swear, dude, E.T.'s face is like, I don't give a fuck.
Elliot's a monster. He shows E.T. his fish bowl. Says, these are fish. This is a shark. He has a little shark toy that he sticks in the fish bowl and starts fucking with the fish. And the fish are like scared of it. Like it's a little thing like he's got a handle and he can open and close the mouth.
Yeah, so this higher dimensional being is like,
watching this kid torture his fucking goldfish.
And that's what he's thinking. He's like, oh, if I'm that goldfish, I'm being tortured. This is not a good place for me to be.
He's like, this kid is
I have to get out of here.
A monster.
Okay, so
Holy shit.
Okay. So you're showing me all this shit. Okay, I got to use this shit.
He's using this as an intimidation tactic. He's like, you want to be the goldfish, huh?
Yeah.
Think you can hang with the sharks?
But he does look like he doesn't give a fuck, but he also looks like pretty high. Like he looks high as fuck. Elliot is trying to explain how to eat candy and peanuts and what money is and what a car is, and E.T. just not give a fuck. He starts to try and eat the toy car, and Elliot tells an alien to stay like a child, and then opens the door, and Harvey, the good old fucking golden retriever, is trying to save his fam from an alien invader and gets yelled at. The dog gets yelled at for barking at a fucking alien. He opens the door
and the dog's like, what the fuck is that?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Going like, whoa, 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 and he's like, he starts like fucking grabs him by the collar and starts kicking him.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of my room.
And just re-solidifying to E.T. how humans treat other beings.
This is a bad dude.
Yeah, well, I should not be on planet Earth.
I should just not be near this monster.
This monster, yeah.
Maybe the other ones are better. This kid's awful.
E.T. is touching shit and opens an umbrella in a completely different fucking room. And that somehow freaks out Elliot to the point of where he's dropping a bunch of milk, spills all the shit all over his kitchen, and he fucking yells.
Well, no.
Huh.
How did you not pick up on this?
Huh.
E.T. got scared when he opened the umbrella.
Yeah, but he's in a completely different room.
Elliot feels what E.T. feels.
True, yes. But
so when E.T. got scared and moved back, Elliot got scared and jumped.
So then this is the first time that they're showing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, and I obviously knew that they have like a deep connection. I just didn't know if it was like established.
E.T. got sleepy, so Elliot got sleepy.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is, they're showing that there.
Yeah, that was the first time. Yeah, you're right.
Fucking 8.8, huh?
Dude, it's fucking fantastic, man. So, so they're both freaking out. Elliot goes into his closet with food to find E.T. tucked away behind a shit ton of stuffed animals.
Fucking terrified.
All the stuffed animals are fucking sketchy, too. They're all like Susan and Ann dolls. They're old fucking dolls that give you nightmares.
Raggedy Ann.
Raggedy Ann, Susan Ann. Are you sure?
You're mixing Susan B. Anthony with Raggedy Ann.
Fuck both of them. Mike gets home from football practice, still got his shoulder pads on, and Elliot says to Mike, "Do you remember the goblin?" Mike says, "You're so fucking lame."
Did you ever, real quick, did you ever once leave the field, like football practice is over,
with my shoulder pads
on?
No,
I've never, like, practice is over, we're meeting up, and I know practice is over. Those pads are coming off.
they come off. You got the helmet in between. You just carry it.
Yeah, like on the field. Like I'm not. I don't walk off the field wearing the pads. They're fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah,
those come off.
Yeah,
feel so much better. This motherfucker walks home with his shoulder pads
not
on.
1982. You got to showboat to everyone.
Yeah,
I'm a football.
I was playing football.
Football. So Elliot tells Mike that the goblin has come back. Mike goes, "He came back? He came back? Oh my God, he came back!" And starts acting like he's getting dragged away out the room by like an alien, and then he's just fucking laughing, and Elliot's fucking pissed off and kind of cuts him off and says, "One thing I have is absolute power.
And you will learn to respect me.
Say it!
Understand, boy?
Say it!" He's literally fucking yelling at his brother.
He's like, "Fine, you have absolute power, all right?"
Yeah, all right, you got absolute power.
And there's no reason for him to...
But then it says, "Okay, now swear it." Swear it! The most excellent promise you can make. Swear as my only brother on our lives. And Mike says, "Okay, don't get so heavy on the fucking swear, man."
And he pulls out a knife, and he goes, "I must insist you take a blood oath, proclaiming that I have absolute power." Cuts his hand.
And they rub blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elliot says,
And
"Okay."
then he says, "Who has absolute power?"
"You do."
You do.
Elliot says, "Okay, now that I have absolute power, stand over there.
Stand in the fucking
Take
corner.
your fucking shoulder pads off and stand over there.
Eyes closed.
Shut your fucking eyes." Mike says, "Okay, they're closed. Mom's gonna kill you, okay?" And then
He's like, "She's gonna kill me?" I'm like, how do you figure she would do that? Seeing as how I have absolute power.
"You must have forgot." But then starts acting like he's getting attacked. Or no, wait, I'm at a different part.
Yeah, way past that.
Yeah, way past that.
Elliot brings out E.T.
Yeah.
And E.T. and Mike meet.
Yeah. Yeah, he turns around, sees E.T., and he goes from fucking laughing. He's still kind of joking around. He's still talking in like Yoda's voice, like, "Oh, you have absolute power." I don't even know if it's Yoda's voice. Probably not, but just like a weird voice. And as he's saying, he's laughing. He turns around, he just goes from laughing to like drop dead, fucking jaw drop, doesn't know what to say, doesn't know how to react. And then we see E.T., which makes E.T.'s fucking neck grow. Oh, no. Then Drew, as this is happening, Drew comes running in.
Drew Barrymore.
You think people don't know who Drew is, bro?
We haven't said Drew Barrymore enough for people to know Drew Barrymore is in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You've only said Drew. I said the girl from Never Been Kissed, and I think I've said Drew Barrymore one other time.
I said it once.
You've just kept calling her Drew.
All right.
Which could think that's the
I
character's
I
name.
said Drew Barrymore's debut.
I
said it once. But yeah, Drew Barrymore. She comes running in to show what she made for Elliot, and she fucking comes face to face with E.T., and she starts screaming. E.T.'s neck grows, and he starts screaming.
So Elliot says, "Mike, tie that bitch up, put her in the closet." So Mike does.
Yeah.
Because Elliot has absolute power.
And one of my favorite shots in this film, we see them go in the closet, and we see Drew kind of come back up to the front of the closet, and she comes face to face again with E.T., and E.T. starts running at her, screaming with his arms up in the air. And she's freaking the fuck out. Mike grabs her from behind, fucking literally holding her mouth closed as she's screaming.
Mike is covering her mouth while an alien is going nuts in her face.
Going nuts!
He
just met her too. He just met E.T. too. I'd be freaking the fuck out.
Absolutely no part of Mike is, oh, I need to protect her. It's,
Yeah.
hey, don't you
Shut the
fucking
fuck
ruin
up.
this, all right?
Yeah.
Elliot's really excited that this alien's here. Don't you fucking ruin this for him.
And the reason why they all went into the closet is because they heard Mom come home. So Mom is coming upstairs. She comes into the bedroom and let me see.
She's like, what happened? Because Mike knocked shit over when he got scared from E.T. And he's like, oh.
She says, this is no room. She's like in a trance the way she's looking. Because she's not just like mad. She's like, this is no accident.
No, this is no room. This is an accident.
Oh, yeah. This is an accident.
What does that mean, Mom?
Yeah. And Elliot's like, yeah, I was just reorganizing.
Yeah. I got all excited. I want to do like a Mexico theme in here. What do you think about that, Mom? Let's think of Mexico.
Yeah, Mike is still fucking holding her as she is still screaming. She's screaming for Mom too.
And he has her wrists tied together and her ankles tied together.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's looking for duct tape, can't find any, so he's just covering.
Yeah. Then Elliot walks back into the closet. First thing he says is, I'm keeping him. Then just looks at E.T., who looks lonely and scared, and somehow all of a sudden both Mike and Drew are somehow on board with this whole let's shelter an abandoned alien in our fucking room. It's crazy. It's so fast in this scene how they all come around.
But when he looks at E.T., he says, you belong to me.
You are mine. I have absolute power. And E.T. is like,
It's fucking terrifying.
yeah, he doesn't know what to say.
He's like, I get the fuck out of here, man. This is not good.
I've been around
kid's
for
a
10
fucking
million years.
psycho.
This is definitely a psycho.
I've been around for 10 million years. This is the worst being I've ever interacted with.
Yeah, I've been on millions of planets. Oh, my God. Drew asks, what is it? And Elliot just repeats, he won't hurt you, Drew.
He repeats, it's whatever I tell it to be.
It just keeps telling fucking Drew, it's not going to hurt you. And immediately, E.T. fucking grabs her by the throat.
E.T.'s like, I might hurt her.
Yeah.
Right.
She is
I'll hurt whoever I got to hurt to get out of this house.
Yeah. Then Elliot says to E.T., says it to E.T. I don't even know what the fuck I just wrote there.
I said E.T.
Yeah, and then Drew asks if he is a boy or a girl. And fun fact, he is neither. He's just a fucking plant creature. He does not have a gender.
Elliot said boy.
He does. So they refer to him in the movie as a him, as a boy. But
sexist
but
ass
Steven
Spielberg
said, he doesn't have a sex. No sex with this one. They don't fucking reproduce how we do. No junk hanging down.
That's too bad.
It's too bad.
I watched E.T. show a lot of reproductive fluid, if you know what I mean.
It's that neck, bro.
Yeah.
But Elliot says he's a boy. No, he's a boy. And he tells Drew, you can't tell anyone, not even Mom. And she asks, why? And Elliot lies, saying, only little kids can see him. And fucking Drew Barrymore is not taking that. And she replies, give me a break. She's a smart cookie.
Do you have what happens next?
Elliot then steals Drew's favorite stuffed animal.
She's like holding it. It's like
as a fucking hostage.
And like toss it to Mike. And Mike, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Mike's like ripping at the arms. He's like,
threatening to destroy this.
You tell Mom, I will rip this fucking doll apart. Mike is immediately on board. Elliot goes, you know what'll happen if you tell Mom? Boom. Do it, Mike. Mike's like,
I've been waiting for this.
Tugging at it. She's like, okay, well, fuck, I won't tell anybody.
Look at the fucking threads.
Yeah. That is not made up. A lot of other shit has been made up here.
Yeah. It just shows the extreme that the brothers are willing to go to protect this alien
nuts.
that they just met. E.T. is looking at them like, this is a lower class species.
This is a bad family.
He then gives another purr in like a positive way.
Wait, like what?
Then extends his neck fucking up as if to say, you're dumb enough to let my guard down. It's like a way to be like, we're buddy. Yeah. I'll let you think I'm just a dumb little alien. We then see Secret Service.
I'm on to you.
Yeah. working hard at trying to do what a 10-year-old did in 10 minutes with some Reese's Pieces. They got vans stationed. They got equipment to spy on.
He's here somewhere. He's fucking here somewhere.
It took a boy 10 minutes with fucking Reese's Pieces to get this alien. Mom asked Drew.
For anything purposes, we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
But guys, Mom's about to ask Drew something.
It's going to be
so
crazy.
Stick around. And we're back. Fuck you, Derek Jeter. F you, DJ.
We are back. And Mom asked Drew where she's going with the wagon thing, and she says, I'm going to play in Elliot's room. And Mom tells her to not let them torture her, which is crazy. It's a crazy line. Jesus, what is going on in this household?
Keep that shit away from me. You keep your shit on your side. I keep my shit on my side.
You don't like it when her cables get a little intertwined?
No.
Okay. Gosh.
I don't touch your shit. You don't touch my shit.
Okay, bro. Why you gotta yell?
Hey, this has been a long time coming.
It has, yeah.
All right.
I've been fucking around too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. So fucking Drew's going with a wagon full of shit to Elliot's room, and Mom is praying that they don't torture her.
But they do.
They show it. She puts some stuff in the wagon, like a pot of sunflowers that are starting to drop and die. So that becomes a thing. Drew comes in, and Mike is just antsy as fuck, and he tells her to hurry.
It's like, what are we going to do? Yeah. He's like, Elliot, what do you want me to do to her, huh?
And I swear to God, this is the best line. Drew comes in, and she goes, don't be pushy. Pushy. I'm like, oh my God, that girl's got some fucking sass, bro.
She's a star.
She is a star.
They knew it then.
She's a star because no kid would come in and say it like that. That's why I actually really like the line. Like, she owned that line. Drew hands the plant to E.T. and says, the plant's for you. Immediately, E.T. is just like, oh. He is so into the plant. He's touching the plant, looking at it, smelling it. Drew asks if he's a pig, and says he sure eats like one. Elliot shows E.T. where they are on the globe and asks where he's from. E.T. points towards the window. Oh. So then Drew then says she doesn't like his feet, which she ad-libbed that line. Look at that. That's a fucking star. Ad-libbing in her fucking debut, and it's staying in the film? What? Well, you didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like his feet. Like, would you want me to go nuts for that?
No.
But like, what a genius! Holy shit!
I was waiting for something. I didn't know what I was waiting for. I was waiting for something. Elliot opens a science book and shows her solar system. Yeah, it's so fucking nerdy. And tells E.T.
Help yourself to a science book because you're starting to sound like a fucking retard.
I love it. And tells him that Earth is our home. E.T. looks at it, mumbles some noises.
Our home. You don't belong here.
E.T. starts putting some food on the spots where the plants are. The planets, Jesus Christ. And Drew gives a good old, what's happening line. And E.T. starts levitating the fucking food and making them spin as if they're planets rotating around the sun. They fall, and that makes Elliot scream, which is, I get they're connected, but it was kind of, I didn't really understand it. Maybe that part just freaked him out. Then Elliot gets really close to a light bulb and looks directly into it for like 10 seconds. And I'm like, that's got to be hurting his eyes. Steven, what are you doing to this kid? Until E.T. puts his hand on his shoulder and is like, yo, E, don't stare directly into the light, bro. It's going to hurt your eyes, bro. We then see Elliot walking out behind his house and hear the Secret Service close by. And it's like the noises are so... like, it's kind of silly that that's
it's all like walkie-talkie, like
and keys. It's key noises.
It's keys and like, hey, you guys see where the alien is yet? We're looking for that alien. Everybody seen it yet?
Yeah, it's just like that. And you're like, oh, okay, that's what Secret Service sounds like. I'll keep that in mind. We see E.T. in a towel robe thing, reading an ABC book, and he's bringing the sunflowers Drew gave him back to life because He's a highly sophisticated, higher dimensional being, all right? This is something you have to
10 million
understand.
years old.
10 million years old, and he's got fucking powers, right? They go to school the next day. Bunch of boys are asking if the goblin came back, and Elliot says, yeah, he came back, but he's not a goblin. He's a spaceman. One kid asks where he come from. Uranus? Get it? Your anus? I love it. I was dying.
Elliot and his brother's friends have such an aggressive arguing dynamic to where it's insane that Michael doesn't step in.
Yeah.
It's insane that his brother's like, hey guys, my brother's like 6 years younger than us. Don't talk to him like that.
Yeah.
He's not like, we're not close in age to him. There's a huge, we're riding the bus to our school. He's going to a different school.
And this is
you're not allowed to. If he's not at the same school as us, you can't talk to him like that.
And now I'm thinking, like, has Mike been making fun of his brother to his friends to come off cool, or has he been telling his friends the reality of the shit, and the friends are also kind of making fun of Mike too? So I'm thinking it's the other way.
They were there the night that the goblin was there, and Elliot was freaking out.
True.
So they were bringing it up from that. They hadn't seen him since that.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I was kind of
I
thinking
think Mike was absolutely picking on them with his friends.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
great. Like,
he's a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw when they were all hanging out. He wasn't
yeah.
being nice to Elliot.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the way I picture it. He was just talking shit behind Elliot's back.
No, to his face. He fucks with him with his friends.
Yeah.
They all bully him together. Like,
Yeah.
you can't play. Go get the pizza.
Yeah. We now see Mike on the school bus, and he is just hating life. This is crazy. This is like as if they're being picked up to be brought to school, is how I took it. Or are they being dropped off? Mike being on the bus, and all the kids are fucking going crazy. And he's sitting there, and he's just kind of to himself. And every kid, they all have paper balls, and they're throwing them. Like, this is not a way. This is not safe. Like, the woman driving the bus is going to get a fucking paper airplane to the face. And did you see it? I don't think you saw that scene. That scene was fucking crazy, the way the kids were acting on the bus. It was so crazy.
Have I told my school bus story on here?
I don't think so.
So there was a bus that went from St. Clair to Newman.
Mm-hmm.
In freshman year. Like, my mom was driving me to school every day.
Mm-hmm.
But when she had student of the month breakfasts at St. Clair, I would ride with her there, help her set all the shit up, and then I'd catch the bus to Newman from St. Clair.
Yeah.
So once a month, I was riding the bus.
Yeah.
My buddy Anthony rode the bus. We'd sit there, we'd talk to each other, we'd hang out on the bus. One day I did not ride the bus, and I see Anthony in the hallway, and he lights up and fucking, like, runs over to me, and he's like, dude, holy shit, you should have been on the bus today.
Oh.
And I go, what happened on the bus? And he goes, bus driver. It was a lady bus driver, not a good-looking lady bus driver.
Never are.
Yeah, it's wild. She was a great-looking one. He goes, dude, her boyfriend was on the bus.
That's weird.
Fucking nuts.
Is that allowed?
No, can't be.
Yeah,
can't be allowed.
Yeah.
He goes, midway through the ride, he pulls out his phone and starts showing us naked pictures of the bus driver.
Shut up.
I go, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Shut
He's like, dude, it's just the most ridiculous. Like, why was he there? Did she want him to show the? She kind of like, babe, don't do that, but wasn't like aggressively shutting it down.
Yeah. Yeah, for something like that, you pull the bus over and you physically remove that from his hands.
You get off.
That's
you don't let your boyfriend on the bus unless you're okay with him showing kids naked pictures.
But that's
of
the
you.
thing, like showing minors naked photos.
For sure,
super
she would
illegal
not
thing.
have let him on the bus if she was not. She didn't know.
She had to have lost her job.
She had, I don't know if anyone reported it. I sure as fuck didn't.
Bunch of. I will say, Newman was filled. Like, you guys didn't have, it wasn't as big as like other high schools, but you guys were filled.
Hey. Don't you ever talk about Cardinal Newman High School.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I was damn near a part of it, bro.
You were not damn near a part of it. I'm gonna pull my graduating class.
Yeah, and say if there was one other kid that wasn't in our class, that was almost kind of in our class, who would it be?
Not a single one of them would say Braden Bullard.
Bullshit.
Do you know who would say Braden Bullard? Fucking me. and that is it.
No, there's a couple females out there that say it. You know what I'm saying?
They wouldn't.
I'd be pissed.
You fucked them, but they wouldn't be like, oh, Braden was basically
good friends at
Braden
Newman,
was basically a good friends.
Yeah. All right, John Chanda. I was good friends with him.
He didn't graduate there.
But we're not even talking about full graduation.
Of course we are.
So
I said graduating class.
What about Corbin?
If I pulled, Corbin went there for a year.
That's what I'm saying.
If I pulled my graduating class, everyone would say John Chanda. Not a single person would say you.
Oof, I don't know. Well, because John did go there for like, what'd you say, 2 years or?
I don't know. A while.
Yeah, like maybe more John because he went there. But like I felt like I was pretty good friends and I was always around. I was always the one kid, I would say, that was actually invited to the Newman parties that all the other kids at the other high schools weren't. So what I'm really getting to is you guys had such a concentrated class of just fucking like cool people. Like cool people. Everyone's cool. No? You don't think so?
Nah. Only I was cool.
Yeah, that's...
Everyone else was whatever. Everyone else wanted to be friends with you.
That's a good point.
And I was like, oh, that kid kind of sucks. Everyone was like, hey, should we invite Braden to this thing, David? And I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, don't invite Braden.
He's fucking stupid.
What's he going to add?
He's going to go to Gardens.
What's he going to add to the party? And they'd be like, yeah, you're right. You're right. We won't invite him.
Oh, man.
That happened every day.
Every time I'd show up and be like, why the fuck is he here?
Yeah, everyone was like...
But I would be like
everyone would be like, someone invite Braden?
But I'd be so accepting of it.
Someone invite Braden? And they'd be like,
no,
they'd
but
be
I'm
like,
here to party.
They'd be like, no, David told us not to. We would never invite Braden.
And I'd show up and I'd blame it all on David. I'd go, David just invited me to the motherfucking party. And David would be like, yeah, yep.
I was a big piece of shit in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I was the biggest. There was... I was with you at like fucking... Who's the kid who had the place, might still have the place, over across the water from Waterway?
Oh, Cam Ferris.
Cam Ferris. We're at Cam Ferris's house. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of Gardens kids there. And I was getting texts from Newman kids that this kid had a warehouse where in the beginning he threw big parties there.
Yeah.
And then police started showing up and like, hey, there's a bunch of underage drinking going on here. Get the fuck out of here. So he started having like smaller, he'd have like 10 people there, hang out inside, drink, whatever. Yeah. And I was at Cam Ferris's house and someone was texting me like, hey, what's his name's having people over at the warehouse tonight. It's like a smaller thing. Come by if you want.
What did David do?
I asked Braden if he wanted to go. Braden's like, we're in North Palm. It's getting late, and it's down off like Southern Boulevard.
Yeah.
Braden's like, no, I don't want to go down to Southern, man. Like I've been drinking. I don't want to drive to Southern Boulevard. And then I gotta get home. Do I leave my car at a warehouse down in West Palm? I was like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. And then I was like, I don't know. I just like started telling everyone at Camp Ferris's about. I was like, guys, it's gonna be sick. It's a warehouse. Dude's having a party. It's gonna be fucking nuts. People are like, oh shit, yeah, let's do this. This sounds awesome. 40 people,
dude. It's so crazy.
A ton of people are like, all right, we're going. We're leaving. We're all riding down there. I'm talking it up the whole way down there. We all walk into the thing. I see the kid immediately, and he's like, what the fuck? He sees how many people are coming. He's like, oh, what the hell is happening right now?
There's like 10
He's
cars
like, David,
up,
what
bro.
the fuck? Everyone's in there. He shuts it down. He's like, hey, I gotta call. The cops are coming. My neighbor called me and said that they called. Like, he made some shit up. Everyone starts leaving. Aaron Hardy's like, I was like, oh man, I guess we gotta leave. Aaron Hardy's like, no, he did that. I don't know. Someone brought all these fucking Gardens kids here. She's like, he did that. Like, just hang with us. Like, whatever. We'll give you a ride back later. I was like, all right, cool. And then we're like in Aaron's car, and I had to hide because like the Gardens kids were like, we don't think this party's that. David talked up this fucking warehouse party all night. Where the fuck is David?
What's David?
Like, so like, I was like, Aaron. I'm in her car. I was like, you're going to hate me. I brought these kids. You got to drive. Make it seem like you're leaving, and I'm with you. Drive.
Oh my
so
God.
she like drove and like did like pretend like she was getting on 95 and then turned around and came back. So like all the Gardens kids are gone.
Oh, dude.
And I'm now at a warehouse with a couple girls I'm friends with, the kid whose warehouse it is, and all of his friends. And the dude's like, hey, man, rightfully so. It's like, hey, man, what the fuck? This kid's bigger than me. He could fuck me up. And I go, do you mean, what the fuck, man? Like, you're being a fucking pussy. You got like 10 people at your thing. And he's like, whoa. To the point, like, I do not back off it at all. I'm 100% in the wrong. And I'm like,
I've seen David die on some hills that he shouldn't have.
I am not in the wrong here. I was like, man, fuck you. Who the fuck are you to come at me with this shit?
Not just
You're
double
a fucking
down.
piece of shit. Like getting aggressive. His friends are now walking towards like, oh, you think your boys are gonna jump in? Like, I'm talking shit. Aaron Hardy and Maddie McDonough, like, get in front of me and are like, David, get in the car. We're taking you home. I was like, oh, man, like, you fucking bitches, man. Yeah, I'll leave. I'll be the bigger man. I'll fucking leave. And then I leave. It's very late at this point.
This all happened.
And they're like, all right, we're taking you home. And I was like, no, my car's at Braden's. You're going to take me to Braden's. So they knew where Braden lived.
You got to drive me to Gardens.
They took me here to Braden's place. Braden's asleep. I come in, and I just start smoking weed in his bedroom. And I'm talking nonstop about the night as if there was some horrible injustice done on me. And all I remember Braden's like in his bed, like under his covers, like just laying there. I just vividly remember Braden repeatedly saying, David, bro, I'm trying to go to sleep.
Bro, for some
just
reason.
over and over again. Like, I would just keep talking, and then I'd take a breath, and he'd just go, David, bro, I'm trying to go to sleep.
And I don't know if it was this time, but I really hope it was. I think Savannah might have been with me. So, like, my ex
She's
used to
like in the
basically
bed.
live with me, and, like,
I'm just there smoking weed, talking shit about
probably whispering to her, like, babe, it's okay. Just
yeah,
let him,
you're like, I'm so sorry.
just let him get it out of his system.
You're like, babe, he's gonna run out of weed
At some point, he's gonna get tired.
he's gonna go to bed. And I'm like, man, like, can you believe it? Like, this motherfucker, like, yeah, showed up with all these people. I'm like, who the fuck is he to be like? And then he gets in my face.
Yeah, David.
Then he gets in my face, and Brady just, no, you weren't like, yeah, Dave. You're just like, David, bro, I'm trying to go to sleep.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so that's how much of a piece of shit I used to be.
But it was hilarious.
I saw like, dude, like Monday, I went to school with these people. Monday, the kid was like, "Hey, man," I was like, "Hey."
It's just like it's like a weekend thing, and it's like never.
Oh no, he was like he like kind of made like some sort of passive aggressive, like, I don't know, like, like we're all the boys, like, what do we like you don't bring 40 people everywhere you go. And I go, no, man, just when you're throwing a lame ass fucking party. And I'm trying to like I was not like Monday morning. I wasn't like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. And I apologized to Braden. I remember being like, hey, man, I'm sorry I kept you up all night that night. Like, that was fucked up. Nothing to this poor kid who was just like, who was nice enough. Because I'm sure whoever texted me wasn't just like, oh yeah, I'll text David. Is it cool if I invite Braden? I was like, oh yeah, invite David. That's cool. Yeah. And then I show up with all those people. Like this kid was nice enough. He was inviting me over, very welcoming. And then I show up with all these people, and I don't feel bad about it at all.
I don't doubt for a second that every single thing you just said was exactly what you said. I don't doubt it for a second.
What do you mean?
Like him being like the next day, like, oh, well, you gotta like,
yeah, like, we're the boys. Yeah, like, kind of like he's trying to make light of it, like, to see to see how I like you just. Like a lighthearted joke, like to move on and
break
just
the ice,
just squash it. And I'm like, nah, fuck you. You think you can pull that shit on me?
Do you know what the fuck I am?
like, nah.
You want me to break 40 people next time?
Yeah, you know, have a party this weekend. See how many motherfuckers I bring then.
I fucking run Gardens, bro.
I never apologized to him. I never apologized to all of the Gardens kids who I just fucking hyped up this party that was non-existent.
Made them drive down to Southern.
I got them excited, like, oh, that sounds sick. Like,
to leave Gardens.
I'm like, guys, it's a warehouse. It's gonna be like fucking music and shit. There's gonna be drinks. It's gonna be nuts. Like, guys, it's gonna be awesome. You're like, fuck, all right, yeah.
Oh my god,
this sounds cool. Yeah, I never apologized. So I'm not gonna use any names because I don't want to put their shit out there.
But they know who they are,
except for Aaron Hardy and Maddie McDonough, because
Yeah, but they're saints.
I did that. They're okay with it.
Yeah.
I hope one of them fucking messaged me like, "Hey, don't ever talk about me on the podcast."
Yeah, I don't want
The
any
fuck
of
was
my
that?
personal
Yeah,
shit.
Don't ever put that out there.
Yeah.
That I diffused a very tense situation. Don't you ever put that out there.
Oh, man.
I apologize to all of the Gardens kids that I brought down there. I apologize to the warehouse owner. Here we are, over 10 years later. I can admit I was in the wrong. And I can assure you that will never happen again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big
Guys,
step.
and you know what? For editing purposes, we might as well take a quick break. 'Cause we have not talked about E.T. for most of this. And let's not just get into E.T. and then take a quick break.
I feel that.
So guys, stick around because we'll actually talk about the movie. And we're back.
Oh.
Hey, Derek Jeter. Fuck you. Piece of shit.
All right,
All right,
guys.
we gonna talk about this movie or what?
I think we should get back into it, dude.
Let's do it.
All right, so Mom is getting Drew to leave the house and get into the car. And the mom hears a knock from upstairs, so she goes to investigate. This is like the next day. She's about to take him to school. She goes to investigate. She goes back up to the closet, and we see E.T.'s face in the mix of all these creepy-ass Raggedy Ann dolls. Got it right there. Yeah.
Susan B. Anthony dolls.
You know, and that just rolls off the tongue better in like a worse
Raggedy Ann?
in like a worse way. Susan B. Ann dolls. What do you call them? Susan B. Anthony dolls. Raggedy Ann dolls. Man, they both kind of just roll off the tongue, right?
I mean, Raggedy Ann, way more.
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Susan B. Anthony doesn't roll off the tongue.
Guess I
She don't roll off shit.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, she goes back up to the closet and she's looking around. She doesn't see shit because E.T. blends in with these creepy ass dolls. She's so used to all these creepy ass dolls that E.T. just like blends right in. Definitely a little bit scary when you're seeing this as a kid. At least for me, I was like, man, that's the way he's blending in is a bit creepy.
I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared one bit.
David is very.
Also, Mom, there was clearly a sign on the closet that said "Do not enter." Mom entered.
Yeah, that did not come off.
Cunt.
Yeah. So E.T. makes like the moment she walks away, E.T. goes, it's like, oh, I get it. You're relieved. Now we're at the school in Elliot's class, and teacher tells them they are going to do an actual frog dissection. Who doesn't love a frog dissection, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Because everyone fucking loves him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The teacher stops what he's saying when he sees Elliot drawing E.T. on a paper and grabs it, flips it over on the blank side, getting him refocused, back in the game. We are back at Elliot's.
I liked that. Teacher, I thought the
instead of,
teacher was going to be like,
scolding him.
what is this?
Yeah.
You don't do this in my class. Like, you see,
It's like a subtle way to be
doing
like,
shit. He kind of looks at it and just flips it over. And it's like, hey,
focus up. Yeah.
do your doodles later.
Yeah. I liked it. I respected it. Guess who the teacher was supposed to be? Indiana Jones.
Not Harrison Ford.
No.
It was going to be in character Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That'd have been sick.
So they actually did record him, and then in the editing booth they dropped it. Can you fucking believe that? And
So they have footage. They have footage of
Yes.
Harrison Ford being the teacher.
Yes.
And we're like, you know what?
Or being one of the I don't know if it was supposed to be this teacher in particular.
You know
but
what? We think Harrison Ford would take away from the film. So we're just going to have some nobody be the teacher. Because we don't want... All eyes will be on Harrison Ford.
They honestly, they might have thought like, oh, it might take away from the scene. Because the scene... I
Who
don't
gives
think
a
so.
shit?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Harrison Ford still had to be paid to do it.
And it's a huge name that you're going to have attached to your film.
Yeah.
The biggest name in this film.
By far.
All of the main actors are getting
By far.
paid minimum wage.
Even today, the biggest name in
Oh.
the film by far.
By far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore's second, but it's a distant second.
Yeah, and little fun fact, Steven Spielberg created another version of this movie years later, and he was so fucking sickened.
Yeah, we're not doing that version.
Yeah.
Braden said last time that he wanted to do the version, and then texted me what he's about to say.
Yeah. which is that Steven Spielberg was basically so sick of the way that they redid the film that he pulled it from ever being distributed. So if an ET film is being distributed now that you're going to buy, it is of this original version. It is not of the remake, because he chose a lot of things that he thinks he completely regrets that he did.
So Braden, based off the fact that he regrets it, said, let's do the original version.
Well, and I was also...
That is the difference between Braden and I. I find out Spielberg is sickened by another version, and I'm like, that's the version I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to do the version that Steven Spielberg is fucking sickened by.
Yeah, well,
I want to mock the most successful director of all time. I want to fucking mock him.
Well, he's sickened because he changed things that he felt he should have never changed.
Yeah, sure.
And he thinks that goes against real filmmaking and storytelling. You can't come back 10 years later and change shit that's like fun. Like, one thing that I'll say that they changed is they took out all of the guns and shotguns throughout this film and replaced them with walkies, which is crazy. So there's multiple times, especially later in the film, where secret agents, police have guns,
You've seen the South Park episode, right?
Yeah.
Where they're talking about that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and George Lucas redid Return of the Jedi or whatever the fuck, and they replaced all of the lightsabers with walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Like, fight with walkie-talkies.
Yeah, so it's shit like that. And also, you have this... There's a difference with the actual ET, because the CGI in the new one makes it just too CGI-y. Like, this one, it looks creepy because of...
Too kuj.
Yeah, exactly. You could just tell in the eyes. Like, every frame in the new CGI version, his like eyes are so big, it looks like CGI. But in the old version, there's so much more life and detail to him. You know what I'm saying? It's just nitty gritty type shit. All right, so we are back in this fucking film. We're back at Elliot's, and E.T. is using his long dildo-y fingers to open doors, and him and Harvey are having a moment together. You almost think the dog is gonna kill him. You're like, oh my god, here comes Harvey, and he's
comes up and just sniffs him, and
they fucking love each other.
They go downstairs.
Yeah. What I wish they would have done in this film after that, can you imagine?
Show E.T. fuck the dog, dude?
No,
that's disgusting.
No.
That's fucking disgusting, man. What? This is a family program. And you're talking about alien on dog sex? Ew.
Yeah. Bestiality,
Ew.
bro.
What else would you like him to do?
It would be cool, though, if he was riding him like a horse. Can you imagine E.T. grabbing the fucking... what?
Come on.
Just hopping on the back and... Giddy up.
I mean...
That'd be dope.
I mean, this is not much different than what I just said.
It's so much more PG.
I could have not assumed you were going to say that. I could have waited and made the joke after you said what you really thought.
Should have fucking waited, David. All right, so guys, we're getting a little smoky aces here.
There was at the warehouse party. Also, there was a dog there, and it was fun. I went up and I was like, "Hey, look at me! I'm riding the dog!" And everyone went nuts.
Get the fuck off!
And then
the
everyone else started riding the dog, and it was great. And I'd be like, "All right, enough of that. Let the dog go."
Yeah. See what you start?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. I was the life of the party. I was the most popular person there.
You were. You had Gardens and Newman. But we keep cutting between the teacher talking about how they're going to do the dissection and E.T. walking through the house in a robe with Harvey by his side, and he goes in the fridge and tries potato salad and dislikes it, so he throws it on the ground. He's like, get this fucking shit out of here. And then he grabs a can of beer, and he is legit chugging it. Like, not like a taste sip, just like, oh.
Well, because he can't tell. He drank a Coke earlier. He can't tell the fucking difference.
He's got no taste buds.
It's a can. He's like, whatever. Go. I mean,
Yeah.
Of course he has taste buds.
Well, yeah.
He just tasted potato salad and didn't like it.
Yeah, I guess. But,
Yeah,
but my
it's
point
gotta
is,
have taste buds.
But like beer is like so much better than potato salad. I don't like potato salad, but
Neither do I.
But who really loves the fucking flavor of beer?
Some people do.
I guess.
They make non-alcoholic beer and people drink it.
It's crazy.
It's fucking weird.
God, there was something else I was gonna say about this fucking. Oh, fun fact. During this scene, as E.T.'s walking through the kitchen, there is an 11-year-old boy who is actually in E.T.'s suit, and the boy was born with no legs, so he is amazing at walking on his hands. So, E.T. is being coordinated by some kid who is walking on his hands, which is great. The kid did fantastic.
By some freak. Some legless freak.
The kid's old enough now, so it's all good.
E.T. Kid's probably dead.
Oof.
I mean, no legs? Think you live...
I have no idea how that shit works.
Think you'll live like 70 years, no legs? I think that's a short life.
Yeah. I don't know.
Your blood's only going through this much body.
I don't know if it makes that much of a difference.
Oh, it do, baby. It do. If he's got no legs, you think he doesn't have any other problems? He's born with no legs. You think the rest of his body's normal?
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah, that's...
No fucking shot.
That's a good point. But...
Dead.
He killed it at walking as E.T. So shout out to that guy. Pretty cool shit. But yeah, we keep kind of cutting between them because we cut back to the class and Elliot does the biggest burp and all the kids go, ew, besides one girl who's supposed to be like the good-looking girl in the class, and she is just not
supposed
fazed by
to be. Well, it's supposed to be.
Well, they're making it out.
You didn't think she was fucking hot?
Oh my God, David. Jesus fucking Christ.
Saw her on the screen. I was like, oh, that's my girl right there.
Oh, my God. She's not fazed by it at all, though. She's kind of like almost attracted. And E.T. is now walking at a decent speed, and because he's like fucking buzzed, and he's bumping into counters in the fucking kitchen. He's falling over. He's walking face first into shit. I love it. Elliot is now drunk. He could barely sit in his fucking seat. He's trying his fucking hardest. And E.T. just keeps chugging brewskis. Before we know it, he's had a six-pack and is now watching Tom and Jerry, and he gets spooked. Fucking Tom shoots Jerry or some shit, and he goes, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, chill out, bro. Then watches an alien show with the UFO abducting someone, and he loves that. He's like, yeah, that's what we do. Back in the class, each student gets a frog in a jar. We got frogs in jars.
That's too bad.
Oh.
As of April 2022, old No Legs was still alive. That's too bad. But the little person who played E.T. died fucking less than a year after the movie came out.
No.
Died 6 months later. Dead. Dude was 2 feet 10 inches tall.
He left a legacy.
2 feet 10 inches tall.
Wow. Is that like a
Are you
record?
surprised that he died young? There's no fucking way that's okay. You can't live that small.
Hey, man.
210. Remember South Florida Fair?
Do I?
World's smallest woman booth?
Yeah.
Where she's not happy people are there.
Yeah, that shit's sad.
She's like eating and
like that in LA.
like on her phone and like just like annoyed that you're there.
One time I was
People
walking
say
down.
stuff to her. She's like, yeah, I fucking normal life. I don't know.
One time I was walking down Venice
Thanks for
Beach.
the $1.
And
You kicked a little person? Dude, come on.
straight on their
Come
face.
on, that's fucked up.
Yeah. It's like I didn't see him. But I'm walking down Venice, and there
You
was...
saw him. you said, oh, there we go. That's the
one.
Oh!
What's up,
oh! You gotta get big!
Oh, my God.
You gotta get real big!
Okay, so I'm walking down Venice Beach on the boardwalk, and there's like a lot of buildings that are connected, and this one building has like steps in front of it kind of leading up, and there's like a circus of different types of people. So like you have like the big fat man. They're just like sitting there like having lunch kind of shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? So you got like the small person, the fat person, the fucking... I don't know, all the different fucking people. And they're just like...
They're a circus because they're different than you, man?
No, like they
You
actually
walk
run a
past it and
circus.
you're like, look at this freak show eating lunch on the Venice boardwalk. I won't stand for it. All of you, get the fuck out of here.
And that's what I did, and they listened. And I thought I was doing a good thing for the boardwalk. But I don't know, you're kind of making it seem like it wasn't
a good thing, no.
No?
No, God, no.
Why?
No, because they're people just like you and me, man.
But they're part of like a circus.
No, they weren't. They were just there and trying to enjoy lunch. And because they looked different, you started calling them freaks and told them get the fuck off your boardwalk.
Yeah, maybe I did.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Let's talk movie.
All right. So we're back, guys. We're in the class. Each student's got a fucking frog in a jar. Elliot's trying to talk to the frog. He's like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" E.T. is now drunk as shit.
The frogs are. I don't know if you said this. The frogs are alive.
Yeah.
And the
They're gonna
teachers
suffocate 'em.
Teachers putting chloroform in the jars and having the kids put the top on the jar.
Fucking.
And he says, You can watch if you'd like, but you don't have to.
Yeah, that's Harrison Ford for you.
This is how that school was finding out who like needed special counseling.
Yeah.
Anyone who watched the frogs in the jar, they're like, all right, now you're going to be doing something cool. For the rest of the year, you're going to meet with the guidance counselor a couple times a week. Won't that be fun? Yeah, you'll leave class, you'll go meet with them, you'll do like drawings and stuff. It'll be fun.
Who doesn't like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But E.T. is now drunk. We go back, and he is, like, holding his fucking head, like, holy shit, man. Like, 10 million years, I never fucked with this shit before. He's holding his head, reading comics, and he learns from the TV and from the comic what a phone is and how to basically how to try and send out a signal into outer space.
Who's calling?
I don't know.
Who's calling?
Hope it's someone important. I don't know though. I think I know that number, but
Do you want to answer?
I think it's Dougie Doug Fresh. Duffel bag Doug. All right, guys. So we're back. He learned how to send a signal.
We're not
out to
answering
space.
it because I wouldn't feel comfortable fucking with Doug.
No.
Doug's very nice, and I'd feel bad.
He's the best. Elliot all of a sudden freaks out and tries to free all of the frogs. Out of nowhere, he's just like, no!
Well, E.T. tells him
Be
to.
free!
E.T. says, you let those fucking frogs get out of there, man. This is crazy.
Bro. We're all just one.
Yeah.
Just not the same.
Let them out. They're not freaks.
So he does.
Braden.
And he immediately fucking goes and starts releasing frogs and shit. The girl that was checking him out releases her too. She is in love. She's head over heels right now. She's like, I always wanted a man who just defy school law.
Yeah.
Elliot is screaming.
Well, he doesn't do the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, he heard a song that said there was no rules.
Yeah. Free spirit.
Yeah, so he's like, promise me 1,000,000 times that you'll never do another rule. And she promised.
Yeah. Look at that. So Elliot is screaming, you gotta save him! You gotta save him! E.T. is vibing, bro. He's got toys, comics, TV, thinking about his master fucking plan, and then gets lost in a love scene where the guy goes and grabs the girl by the hand and like swirls her back in and then like fucking dips her and like fucking kisses her. And we see Elliot do the exact same thing at the exact same time with the girl that was eyeing him the whole time. So this, if you didn't know before, it 100%
he makes out with her like gross, like a lot of tongue, like sloppy, drunk making out.
Crazy. Steven was asking for that. But if you didn't know, now you really know how, E.T. and Elliot are connected. Elliot then, as this is happening, kicks a fucking kid to the floor to stand on his fucking back. So now he's eye level with the girl because the girl's taller than him. He's a short little fuck. All right. And he's like, oh, hey, you. Kicks the kid on the ground, stands on his back, and he starts making out with her, doing what David just said.
Yeah, real gross drunk make out.
And it's crazy because E.T. told him to do that. Yeah. He's like, you see this little bitch?
Oh, he's like, look at, knock him down. Look how fucking hot she is. Get in there.
E.T.'s neck is growing as he's thinking this.
He's like, yeah.
He's doing shit like that. And yeah, so, I mean, if this doesn't solidify that E.T. abducted this kid and has now put mind control over him, what does? Like, the kid thinks he has absolute power, but who really has absolute power?
Jesus.
That's right. Yeah. And who praises to Jesus?
Christians.
And who's Christian?
Not Spielberg. He's a Jew.
That's right.
Yeah.
E.T. is.
Oh.
Yeah. Full circle.
How so?
I'm trying, David. I'm trying. So yeah. So it's so they're fucking kissing, and then he like lets her go like in the movie. Or he runs off, and she's just like left there, and we get a shot. I didn't write it down.
He doesn't run off. Teacher grabs him.
Oh yeah, he grabs him.
And he's like, "Are you fucked up right now, kid?
Yeah,
this is nuts.
What the fuck are you doing?" And like pulls him out. Yeah, he's like taking him out.
There are frogs everywhere. This is nonsense what you did in this classroom.
All the kids are being super rebellious. They're all taking their frogs and throwing them out the window.
Because they think there's no rules.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. And as Elliot's being dragged off by the teacher, Harrison Ford, because Harrison Ford's like, this kid is the next Indiana Jones.
Right.
We're going on a fucking adventure, bro. She's like twirling her foot, like giving a little, and there's frogs jumping all over. Like she's in love.
They show like the last camera angles, like at her feet.
Yeah.
And she's like doing like a...
Almost like as if she's like twirling her whole body.
And it's weird because of how young she is that they chose to end the scene with that.
And that's Steven Spielberg for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just...
fucking weirdo.
Yeah. So E.T. has all he needs for his master plan and puts everything on a blanket and is dragging it. And Mom and Drew are now home. And E.T. is just fucking roaming around right around Mom, and she is oblivious to it. And the entire time, Drew Barrymore is like, Mom, I want you to meet him.
She's like, shut up. Fucking Mexico, man?
This fucking motherfucker.
He went with this slut to Mexico?
And she's putting groceries away, and E.T.'s like, hello. And she fucking opens the fridge door and knocks him out. Like, literally knocks him on his ass. And Drew's like, oh my God, you hurt him. And she is just stuck on fucking, what's it called? Fucking Mexico.
Yeah, she can't stop thinking about it. She's like,
Yeah.
fucking Mexico. You believe it?
I can't believe it.
Believe that shit?
Yeah. And what's funny is if E.T. wanted her to see him, he could have used that psychic telepathic power. He didn't want her to see him, and that's why she doesn't. E.T. is just in another level, bro. He's just playing dumb for all you. You all think he's young and just like learning. No, he's playing dumb. He knows what he's doing. He's got a master plan. We see Drew trying to learn letters from the TV, and E.T. extends his head above the back of the TV and says B, as if like the letter B is like showing on the screen, and he's like saying it back, showing that he's learning. And Drew is fucking hyped. Mom says she's got to go, and Drew's like, he can talk. And she says, of course he can. Just kind of like patting her on the back.
She got a call from the school saying that Elliot was drunk and she needed to go pick him up.
Yeah.
Is the phone call she got. And she's as she's on the phone, she's discovering the fucking beer cans. And she's like, fuck. Yeah. He is. All right. Yeah. I'll fucking be right there.
It's crazy. E.T. is touching the phone and says, phone. Elliot gets home and hears Drew saying, stay here, okay? Be good. Be good. Like talking to him as if he's a fucking child. Just not knowing he's a 10 million year old highly sophisticated being. So Elliot goes into her room, opens up the closet doors, and we see E.T. dressed up as a girl, and he says, oh, God. And E.T. says, Elliot. And Elliot is like, holy shit, he can fucking talk?
At first he goes, what?
Yeah.
And then realizes, whoa,
holy shit. Yeah. Smart ass Drew Barrymore goes, I taught him how to talk now. He can talk now. She's so fucking hyped. She's so proud. She's like, I just taught a fucking...
Yeah, of course. I taught a fucking alien how to talk?
I'm fucking like 4.
This is nuts.
I'm a 4-year-old teaching an alien how
to talk. I can barely
talk.
And I taught an alien how to talk?
She's killing the game. She shows Elliot the stuff E.T. rounded up and asks him, what does he need this stuff for? So Elliot asks E.T. if he can say E.T. because, you know, that seems the most important at that moment. Didn't that seem a little odd to you?
Yeah.
Why
say E.T. Say it real quick. E.T.
Yeah. E.T. And he says,
E.T.
And then starts going crazy. And starts going, E.T., 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 E.T. And then, be good. And Drew's so hyped. She's like, I fucking taught him that. I fucking taught him to say be good. I did. And E.T. is now wobbling like he does through this connected room. It's like a connected room. They have like a closet that connects between the two rooms. I actually fuck with it. I think that's pretty cool. Elliot and E.T. both say phone. Elliot can't believe it. He's like, he said phone? He said phone? And then Drew's fucking perfect. She says, can't you understand English? Yes, he said phone. I love that line. It's fucking great. Like, duh. Like, did you forget he's a 10 million year old fucking being? So now E.T. walks to the closet and says, home. Elliot says, you're right, that's E.T.'s home. And E.T. waddles over to the window, and we see the shadow of that lengthy-ass finger on Elliot's fucking face. And he's pointing towards the sky, and E.T. says the iconic lines, E.T., home, phone. So he says it the other way first. Then Drew figures it out before Elliot and says, oh, E.T. phone home. And then Elliot gets it, and he repeats it. Oh yeah, E.T. phone home, E.T. phone home. And then Drew says he wants to call somebody. And it's like, oh, my God, no way, no duh. Oh, my God, why didn't I think about that?
And then he says, Drew, get rid of the phone. We're not letting him call fucking anybody, all right? He lives here now.
Then Mike comes in and says, what's all
what do
this
you need me to do, boss?
Yeah.
Boss, we tossing this alien a beating yet? I gotcha.
And then E.T. says, E.T. phone home. I want to talk like E.T. for the rest of my life.
I know you do.
Mike says, holy shit, he's fucking talking now? You guys talking about a fucking talk? And it's like, did you guys not think that this fucking being could not communicate?
Or
like
he hadn't at this point.
True.
They're right to not. They don't know what the fuck he is. You're talking like they're insane for thinking he can't do all of these things. Why the fuck would they think he can? So far, they've seen him not talk and just point and mimic emotions and get scared of umbrellas. Like, nothing about him has made them think he could put sentences together.
I would see right through that shit. I'd look him right in his fucking big old eyes. I say, I could see right through you. You smart motherfucker. You're playing me for some dumb little humanoid being. I know what you are. You're a 10 million year old being. You're some higher dimensional fucking being, aren't you? And you look at me and be like, you're spot on. I can control space and time. I can do everything. You want me to mind control you? I'll fucking do it.
You'd say you're spot on, which is why you have to die. I can't have people knowing this. Yeah. Boop. Then he touches you, and that's the movie Spielberg wanted to do.
Yeah. All the kids die. Yeah. But E.T. says again, E.T. phone home. And Elliot says, and they'll come, like as a question. E.T. says, E.T. says, come home. And takes off the girl wig to show he's serious. So he says, come
This isn't a fucking joke, Elliot, all right? Look at me.
I'm like really digging it in. We got to the Secret Service. It's like, dude, we get it. You're blooming around us, all right? You're getting close.
Hey guys, we found the fucking alien yet?
Rustle the keys. Where's the keys?
Guys, listen, we know the fucking alien is here somewhere. Where is the fucking alien?
He's got to be at this house. We have a literal audio recording of him at this house.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Did that do anything for the alien? Alien coming out? Alien hear the keys? He's coming?
Steven gets on. He's like, Steven's like, yeah, that was great.
That was great. Yeah,
let's move on.
Keep jingling the keys. Keep doing the key thing. It's great. It's really tracking.
So one thing we hear is Elliot saying, now, I wish I would have listened in science. I don't know why I felt like putting that in. Because it was just like, it was something that we overheard.
Because instead of listening in science, he was trying to fuck that little hottie. I don't blame him. You know?
I feel him. Now we are in the garage, and Elliot and Mike are grabbing parts or anything that looks like that he could make a machine out of. So they're looking for anything that they think.
Yeah, machine shit.
Yeah. Elliot asks, what would make a radar? So we're like, oh, they're trying to make a radar. Mike says, how the hell do I know? You're the genius here. This is an older brother by like 8 years talking to the younger brother saying, you're the genius. You have absolute power. Remember? And then he goes, yeah, I found him. He belongs to me. I swear to God, that is the exact lines that these fucking brothers are saying to each other. That's E.T. in his subconscious talking about absolute power. E.T. knows what's going on. He's like, yes, now say this, you little fuck.
Say it.
They better know. Mike then says to Elliot, Elliot, he doesn't look too good anymore, which is kind of like weird. Like we didn't really pick that up. So
like, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, Elliot snaps and he goes, don't say that. We're fine. Really digging into that. Elliot knows he's connected to E.T. Mike is like, the fuck is this, all right? Like, we're not going to go through your fucking head, all right? And he goes on saying, Mike is saying, really, Elliot, I think he may be getting sick. And Elliot snaps again. Look, he's fine, Mike. It kind of has like this really, really fucking smart-ass attitude with it, you know? Mike then drops it, but we see the secret agents. They're listening on the combo. Mike tells Elliot to grab the Fuzzbuster. which sounds fucking sick.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but who knows?
It's a gun specifically used for killing police officers.
That's what I was saying.
The
I was thinking
fuzz
like
buster.
either like
No, like
dust.
here come the fuzz, and we're gonna fucking bust them up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
They find Dad's shirt and they talk about past shit and they used to do, and Mike is being
You take me to the movies. You take me to the beach.
yeah. So past shit, and
You
now
know that song?
no.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's Father of Mine by Everclear.
Yeah, well, maybe next time
Good,
keep it to your
it's good.
fucking
It's a
self.
good movie, good band. That's not a thing on this show, all right?
Yeah.
You know, whatever pops in my head, it goes on this microphone. And sometimes it involves me singing a song that I kind of know the words to.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, if I sing a song, I don't know all of the words.
Yeah, who does?
It is never a song that I know all of the words
Yeah.
to.
I'd like to
I'll
see
know
you
some of
guys
the
know
words.
all the words to all the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we cut to Mom reading Drew a bedtime story. So sweet. Mom finally realizing she needs to be a proper mom,
Yeah.
E.T. is watching, and E.T.'s like, man, this is what love is all about. And then we see Elliot sneak into the closet up behind from E.T., and he has a blade with him. And you're like, oh, my God, this is not good. But then he accidentally cuts his own finger, and he says, ouch. And he's bleeding, and E.T. notices and says, ouch. Then points his fucking long finger, but now it's glowing on the end of it. And he fucking touches him and heals his finger. And they then basically cuddle and watch the rest of the bedtime story together from the closet. And you're like, I wish I had an E.T., Just want someone just to brainwash me. And
Instead, you would watch your mom read Brianna bedtime stories alone in the closet. She wouldn't read you she wouldn't read you the story, so you'd have to watch her read it to Brianna from the closet, but you had no one to enjoy it with.
yeah. So now we are in Elliot's room.
And like your mom knew you were there.
Yeah, she knew I was in the closet.
She was like, whatever, like
This is the best he's going to get.
I'm not gonna read it for him.
Yeah.
It is clear I love Brianna. I can't make that any more clear. If he wants to hear the fucking story, he can do it from the closet.
That's how you kill two birds with one stone.
Not really. She doesn't care about you. She's like, whatever. She's allowing
But
you
that's
to
the
do
thing.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
she knows, like, oh, now I really don't have to do anything for her.
She
Was
she
never
would
going
not
to.
have to. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This was her being nice.
Yeah.
She was being nice, letting you sit in the fucking closet and
yeah.
listen to her read Bree a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a horrible childhood, man. I'm really
I know,
sorry.
you're bringing it back up, and now I'm
Yeah.
getting all self-conscious.
I'm sorry.
All right, whatever. So we are now in Elliot's room, and Elliot and Mike are watching E.T. create something. He is literally using his mind to pick up objects. So now we do know he is a literal higher dimensional being who can control space and time. Maybe not time, but definitely space. He's got like the Power Stone or the fucking Space Stone or something. Maybe that's
But not the time stone.
not the Time Stone. So they're really honing in that he's fucking like telepathic and he can control shit with his mind. It's Halloween night and we see Elliot and Drew getting ready together. But over here, Mike and his mom yell at each other. But Mike is trying to go dressed up as a terrorist and is begging his mom to let him go out like that because all the guys are. I don't know if you picked that up because it's like in the background, but that
I
is
heard
literally
it.
what they're fucking arguing about.
I heard
It is great. But
Think
mom,
there's terrorist talk that I'm not hearing about?
yeah, how do you miss the word terrorist, you know? Yeah, you got to
My
ear
ears
for
perk
that.
up when I hear that.
Drew says to Elliot, I'm not stupid, you know? And she's not. She's a fucking smart girl. Elliot and Mike go into the closet and ask E.T. if he's ready. E.T. says, ready. Just like that. Like he had some spunk behind the ready. Like he was hyped. Elliot dresses E.T. up as a ghost, and Mom comes down, and she is like, oh, I love your outfits. And she is dressed up like a cougar. Why?
Yeah, she is.
Because she's now a nice, hot, single MILF
There we go.
who needs to be dressed
Single
up as a
older
cougar.
lady. She's like, hey, boys.
She's been waiting for this moment, you could tell. But she sees them, and she is so happy that her kids are dressed up. Ellie is dressed as like a dead person. Mike is dressed up like a clown with, I thought was a hatchet in his head, but we come to find out it's a knife, and E.T. is dressed up like a ghost. So E.T. looks at Mike and he sees the fucking knife, the play knife stuck in his head, and points with his glowing finger, and he's like, ouch, ouch, and trying to like heal the fake knife in the head. And Mike is like, stop, dude, stop. And he's like scared that the mom is going to turn around and see that, oh my God, it's a fucking alien. But she doesn't. She's like getting the camera ready. She comes back with the camera. She tells him to, take a picture. They all take a picture. Cute little moment. Mom says, you look so great. And they all say thank you. Even E.T. at the end. Even E.T. at the end goes, thank you. Mom does not notice it because she does not
phased,
care.
yeah.
Yeah, because she's only thinking about.
Yeah, she's like, I wonder who I'm gonna fuck tonight.
Oh yeah. They all walk off, and we see them walking through the town. Nice fucking town, man. No one notices E.T. because it's on Halloween. It's Halloween, and he's dressed up as a ghost. Him and another fucking small child walk past each other. The small child is dressed up as Yoda, and they literally stop in their tracks as if the young child dressed up as Yoda knows that there's an alien underneath the ghost outfit, which I thought was so fucking funny.
Fucking Yoda's gonna know.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
And E.T. starts like,
I should have known Yoda was gonna be out here. Fuck.
E.T. starts walking up to Yoda and it's like, home. And he's like getting excited, and Mike and Elliot are like, stop, E.T., stop. Mike tells Elliot to be back 1 hour after sunset, no later. And Elliot says, like, man, I'll fucking try, right? I'll try my fastest, okay? I don't control my bike.
He goes, fuck you.
Yeah. And that's how they fucking depart. We see Mike, Elliot, and the dog, Harvey. Also, E.T. and Drew are both dressed up as Oh, I already said that, yeah. But they, this is at a part where they're at a different part now after that scene. And they're like up on like a mountain kind of overlooking L.A. And Drew brought the bike up there and is also dressed as a ghost. So they're doing a little switcheroo. Who doesn't like a good old switcheroo? But they put E.T. in the front of the bike, and Elliot and E.T. are riding through the forest, and Elliot stops and says, it's too bumpy. We'll have to walk from here. And E.T.'s like, are you do you not know who the fuck I am? And he fucking takes his telepathic powers and just starts flooring them. Elliot's trying to hold on. He's like, holy shit. And they get to a part where it's a fucking drop off. And Elliot's like, no! And they just start flying. And now it becomes the most magical thing we viewers have ever witnessed in cinema history. All right, the most iconic moment in film is when he flies over the trees and you got the fucking moon in the back and you're like, oh my God, this is a picture perfect moment. This is so magical.
Do you really think most iconic moment in film?
No.
Okay.
I'm hyping it up.
Good. I was just making sure. Because I know you rate this movie higher than I do. So I was making sure you weren't like, this is the most iconic. It's very iconic.
Yeah.
It's magnificent. It's magical. All of that.
Yeah.
But if you were like the most, I was going to be like, no.
Yeah. Elliot is loving it, and so are we, the viewers.
Did you write that? Did you write that, you fucking weirdo?
Yes. Elliot then says, don't crash, please. And immediately E.T.'s like, oh, crash? Okay. And they fucking tumble off the bike, which is great. Mom is at home looking bored, putting out candles. She is so upset she didn't get any dick.
She's like, fucking A.
He's in fucking
got
Mexico.
All dressed up for nothing.
Am I not a cougar?
Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
Cut back to the forest, and we see communication device E.T. has made out of the household items. It's like attached to a tree. Then we hear wolves off in the distance, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, this is going to become like a Gray movie, and at the end it's going to be E.T. with a standoff with a knife against like a pack of wolves, and we just end right there. But nope, that doesn't happen. The wolves never get addressed.
I told you to never bring up that fucking movie on here again, all right?
We cut back to the mom leaving the house in her car. She's upset, but we can't really hear what she's saying. We then see Secret Service get out of the car, and they're like, all right, she's gone. Let's go, boys. And they just start walking up to the house, and they're like, all right, that can't be good. Cut back to the woods, getting smoking ACC, and Ellie and E.T. are both scratching the same part of their face, looking at the stars. They're just having a moment. And then we see the machine start working as it's connected to a branch, and the breeze picks up, which moves the branch, which pulls the string that's connected to the machine, and it starts the machine up, and now the machine is working. And even Elliot starts yelling, E.T., it's working! It's working! Everything is so emphasized by this kid. I don't know, I mean, it's
very excitable.
Yeah, it's granted. But it just makes me, if you guys are like, man, why does Brandon keep talking so excited? This kid is very excited, all right? He's got a fucking alien by him, and they're contacting other aliens. Cut back to Elliot's crib, and we see Secret Service being all Secret Servicey, and they're using every inch of that cable wire, which means they mean business.
Oh yeah.
It is so. This will be one thing I will say. I'm like, it's cheap. It's a cheap way to show that Secret Service are being Secret Servicey because the fucking cable that's plugged into the outlet
So long.
pulls tight.
Yeah.
There's only so much room in that room that cable can fucking move around.
Absolutely. They stretched it out to the max.
And you know what they fucked up? 'Cause
TTM, baby.
They left the chair, which means they would have had like an extra few inches if they would have pulled that chair.
But they knew they could still make it even with the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're Secret Service.
Yeah.
So we cut back to the forest, and Elliot telling E.T. we have to go back now and to give them some time. Because Elliot's like, dude, it's space, bro. It takes a long time for fucking shit to move through space. Like, let's leave. But E.T.
And
is
E.T.'s
like,
you don't know dick about
E.T.
space,
says,
little bitch.
he moves his finger and goes, shh.
You're gonna sit your sexy little ass down.
Yeah.
And we'll leave when I say we leave.
And then Elliot gets really clingy, and he starts saying, we could be really happy here. I could take care of you. I wouldn't let anybody hurt you.
He's like, E.T., I'll take such good care of you, man. Hey, we can't both talk.
Yeah.
We can't both talk, all right? Hey, listen. Shh. Hey, you think I'd ever let anybody hurt you? Come on, you know you're my number one, all right? You'll always be my number one. I'm never going to let anybody put their hands on you, all right?
Okay.
All right? And if I ever put my hands on you, it's because I love you.
All right.
It's because I love you, and I'm scared of what the world would be like if I wasn't here to protect you.
Yeah.
So I have to beat that into you sometimes. All
Okay.
right? But it's just going to be okay, all right?
All
Now
right.
let's go home and you make me feel good, all right? Let's go.
And yeah, that happens. And I mean, it's like he is going off like that. Like, we're going to grow old together
Yeah.
forever.
He's like, forever and ever, baby.
Yeah. And E.T.'s like, I'm out of here. And I literally wrote, I was like, little did this motherfucker know, this bitch is 10 million years old, and he's thinking about grown alien shit. Not no little boy growing up shit, all right? Get that through your fucking skull, you fucking little chump.
All right, guys, for editing purposes, we got to take a quick break. But stick around.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back. Fuck you, Derek Cheater. F you. No.
Oh, no?
Fuck, get out of here. Greetings, Derek Cheater?
No, I
Fucking
meant like...
greetings, Derek
No,
Cheater?
not Derek
No.
Cheater.
No.
Yes,
No, it is fuck Derek Cheater.
that's right. Hi, everyone else, besides that guy.
That guy? You pretend like you don't know his name? His
Um,
name is Derek Jeter.
Okay.
And we fucking hate him.
We do. A lot.
Let's talk about this movie.
Okay.
It's been 2.5 hours. Let's try to finish this movie if we can.
Oh, no, we're going to finish it.
I will limit my storytelling.
So many good stories.
And let's talk movie.
All right, E.T. doesn't give a shit about what you're saying. No. He just doesn't give a shit in general. He's just so cool, calm, and collected. He keeps looking into space and says, Then looks at Elliot being all sad and uses that long fucking finger to pick his head up by his chin. And then caresses his fucking hair. And then says again, Trying to be like, it's okay. I gotta fucking go home. All right, you little kid. I'm a 10 million year old alien. I can't stay here. Now it's the next morning, and Elliot wakes up in the forest next to the machine. It's not working anymore, and E.T. is nowhere to be found. Why? Because he went home, all right? I don't know what to tell you, kid. Elliot is calling for E.T., but no response. So what does he do? He fucking leaves. Oh, I'm all sick. Yeah. What would Andrew Tate say? Andrew Tate would say, oh, fucking man up, pussy. So we cut back to Elliot's place.
You bring him up way too often.
Because I
don't want to talk about that weirdo on our fucking podcast.
I'm saying like some ridiculous thing that you shouldn't actually say, and
Also,
you think it's
why
masculine.
the fuck doesn't Elliot think he went home?
I don't know. I would think he went home.
Yeah. He's not there, but like, oh shit,
Yeah.
good for E.T.
Yeah.
I'm sick.
Yeah.
This
that
ain't
sucks.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to take some antibiotics. Cut back to Elliot's place and no Secret Service, but Mom is in touch with the police at their home, asking questions about any family problems or recent arguments because...
And you can tell Mom's just happy that there's a man in the house.
Yeah.
She's like, so what's like? I don't see a wedding ring. Like, you got a girlfriend or what do you think about Mexico?
So obviously they're looking for fucking Elliot, but mom says, my husband and I just separated recently, and it hasn't been easy on the children, but
he's down in Mexico.
And then Drew then says, my father's in Mexico. Police guy says, well, that's it.
Yeah.
That must be the reason why he ran away from home. And then mom starts crying, and the moment she does, Elliot comes in, and mom then grabs him and yells, don't ever do that again! Why did you do that?
Yeah, it's his fault.
Yeah, it's got to be his fault. Mom thanks the cop, and Elliot is crying to Mike that he needs to find him. Elliot doesn't give a shit that his mom is upset.
He's like, you gotta go find E.T.
Yeah. And dude, Mike is a fucking diehard. What does he do? He hops on that motherfucking bike.
Doesn't skip a beat. He goes after him.
And he is riding a bike faster than he should join like a competition. That motherfucker was flying through the neighborhood.
Did.
Yeah. Oh, he did? Like in real life?
Come on. You know I didn't look that up.
I know. And he starts to get followed by a car, and he notices it, so he's like, I'm gonna fucking lose this motherfucker. Oh, you think you got a nice old car you're going to follow me through? He starts cutting through backyards. He knows the entire fucking town and neighborhood. Like it's nobody's fucking business. The car tries to keep up, but it can't drive up fucking hills. Not like this bike can. You looking for something good?
Did you write, like, cut through like it's nobody's business? Did you
No.
put all of that in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But he goes to the woods. He's yelling for E.T. He sees the machine, and then he keeps like riding his bike around the area and ends up finding E.T. barely alive in like a fucking sewer.
It's frozen down by the river.
And Mike fucking frantically runs up, and I love this. There's like a raccoon sniffing E.T. like.
So what does Mike do? Mike grabs it and he pulls out a little hammer and just beats it to death over the head.
And that inspired
Spencer.
Yeah. Full circle. Mike covers him up and brings him home. We see a Secret Service agent outside their home. That's a fucking full circle.
Yeah.
We see the Secret Service agent outside their home. Mike brings mom and says, you remember the goblin? He's like fucking serious. And she's, once again, she doesn't have time. But he fucking makes her. He's like, you have to swear to me. You have to give me the most excellent fucking promise of all time. He said some stupid shit like that.
He said, promise me 1,000,000 times you'll never do another rule.
Yeah. Yeah. Mom says, Michael and Mike opens the door to the bathroom, showing Drew, Elliot, and E.T. dying. And Mom, at first, says, oh, that's terrific. And then E.T., literally dying on the floor, reaches out and goes, and like doesn't even say anything. He's just like dying.
No, he says mom.
Oh, yeah, and says mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Mom. And that freaks her the fuck out. She spills her coffee. Elliot says, we're sick. I think we're dying. And it's like, whoa.
She says, everybody out of this fucking bathroom. Leave that weird fucking alien in there.
And at first, Mike is like, Mom, no, it's okay. And she grabs him. She goes, you grab fucking Drew and get out of here. Yeah. And then she grabs Elliot. And
they all get out. They leave E.T. in there to die.
Yeah, and Elliot's, yelling, you don't know him, you don't know him. And E.T. is yelling in agony. He's just, he's dying. Mike opens the front door, and it's the motherfucking Po-Po. Literally in space shuttle suits. It's like, what the fuck is this?
It's a bunch of spacemen, and they're not saying anything.
They're walking like they're
hands out, coming through the front door. They're opening the windows and coming in.
Ridiculous.
No one's saying, hey, ma'am, we have reason to believe there's a alien life form in your house. We need you guys to remain calm. We need to assess the situation. They're just making everyone more nervous.
One dude goes through a curtain, and instead of moving the curtain, he just walks through like he's Frankenstein.
Breaking through shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
It's ridiculous. And space shuttle suits, they're made for zero fucking gravity, which is why they're not able to move that well.
Yeah. What Spielberg meant to do was hazmat suits.
Which they have in like the next scene.
But he went space suits.
They're like, nah, the hazmat, it's not,
like,
we gotta
we gotta show that we have access to space suits.
He doesn't have
Is
absolute
what
power.
Spielberg's like, I have access to spacesuits, all right?
Yeah.
If anyone ever...
I know someone from
Hey,
NASA.
if anyone ever tries to tell you I don't have access to spacesuits, you tell them to go watch E.T.
Yeah.
Because I got access.
I got it.
Oh, I got access.
I can go to space if I want. Could you?
Yeah, so now they got E.T. and Mike on, like, operating tables next to each other.
Well, it's funny, too.
They're
'cause-
doing, it's like a Smoke and Aces scenario. They're killing Israel to save Sparazza. So they're gonna rip Mike's heart out of it, or Elliot's heart out of his chest, and they're gonna put it in E.T. because they need E.T. alive.
But they don't know that E.T.'s heart glows red and that Elliot's doesn't.
Yeah, so they're gonna be fucked, but
Yeah.
this is what they're doing.
Yeah. We get a weird shot of like a shit ton of secret agents like walking over the hill, and they're basically quarantining their house in the neighborhood. They're like kind of quarantining that whole street. We see the space shuttle dudes approach E.T., and E.T. is like, E.T. doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He thinks he might be going home. There's a shit ton of police and government agencies now setting up camp around the house, and they're like testing on the alien, like David's saying. Mom and Drew are being treated by doctors, and fun fact, all of the doctors in this scene are actual real doctors that Steven brought in to say doctor jargon that you hear in the background.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Mom, though, every man that she interacts with, she looks to see if he has a wedding ring.
Yeah.
And if they don't, she acknowledges, oh, I don't see a wedding ring. So you got like a boyfriend or what's the deal? Like, and there are 40 men in this room. And you can just see Mom just sort of walking around. They're like, ma'am, we got to do some tests on your son. She's like, yeah, do whatever. Couldn't help but notice you didn't have a wedding ring. It's bananas.
Well, and she's
That's
also
who this
using
mom
it
is.
as like an excuse. She's trying to like talk to doctors by being
She's like, I know,
well,
I'm real-
what's wrong with like my son, and like, you know, what are you doing later?
Yeah.
And
It's like, what's wrong with my son? And then he says some like, so it's like, wow, you're really smart. Your wife must love that. And he's like, oh, actually, I'm not married. She's like, you're kidding.
yeah, but the doctor doesn't.
Me
give a
neither.
Yeah. Well, it's funny though. The doctor doesn't give a fuck about her. And,
None of them do.
And so all the doctors just keep being like, "Yeah, that's nice." So, does the alien sleep at night? Does he have any surface sweating? And she's like, "No." And they ask, "Has it lost any hair?" And Drew says, "He never had any hair." Like a fucking genius. Yeah. Yeah, like a smart ass. Now, this whole time, we never see any of these guys' faces. We never really see their face, besides one guy in a hazmat suit just watching them. Now, that same guy is, or some guy is questioning Mike, asking him how, now, would you say it has the ability to manipulate its own environment? And Mike replies, he's smart. He communicates through Elliot. And the guy says, Elliot thinks it's thoughts. And Mike says, no, Elliot feels his feelings. And I'm like, yeah, he fucking does. We see them running through genetic
Feels
DNA.
a lot more than E.T. wants him to feel.
They're running blood tests, and we see them working on E.T. We then hear and see Elliot saying, you have no right to do this. You're scaring him. You're scaring him. And no one gives a fuck. No one even addresses him.
Like, yeah, whatever. Shut up, kid.
Yeah. Elliot keeps going on. Can you leave him alone? I can take care of him. Once again, no one gives a fuck. Then we see the Secret Service agent whose face we actually see, and he goes up to Elliot and says, I've been to the forest.
He's not a Secret Service agent. I watched it with subtitles.
Ooh.
So it said the character's name for seemingly no reason.
Yeah, why would he have a name?
He's the mayor of the town.
Shut the fuck up, David.
Swear to God, the mayor.
That makes
The
no fucking
mayor
sense.
was his name.
The mayor would
Why is
be
he the
here.
mayor?
The president, if anything, would maybe be there. No, not even the president.
The fucking mayor.
The mayor. The
The
mayor.
fucking mayor.
You know how quick, like, real Secret Service
The
would be
mayor's been out in the woods doing weird shit, looking for aliens, saying, Elliot, I have prayed that this day would come.
Since I was 10 years old.
Since I was 10. I've wished for it every single night. Elliot, look at me. I'm in my 50s. That means for over 40 years, I have wished every single night that an alien would come.
It's a miracle.
And he has.
And he landed here.
And Elliot, I am so happy that you're the boy that this alien came to. And then Mom walks up and she's like, so I couldn't help but notice you don't have a wedding ring, Mr. Mayor. You have a girlfriend or what's the deal there?
And he does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, I get it. You're a cougar. Get the fuck
Yeah,
away
leave
from
me
me. There's
alone.
aliens here. But he keeps asking Elliot, does the communicator, is it working? Because Elliot told him it's a communicator. And he's trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Like, what should I know where I can help? Like, the guy is really trying to help.
He's, as all good mayors do.
Yeah, as all good mayors do. Elliot responds, he needs to go home. He's calling his people, and I don't know where they are. He needs to go home. And the guy's like, well, that's not going to fucking happen.
We're going to run some tests.
Till he dies.
Find out what color aliens bleed.
Yeah. But Elliot says, E.T., stay with me, please. E.T. And then E.T. says, stay. Elliot says, I'll be right here. I'll be right here. E.T. says, stay. Elliot, stay. And he's fucking dying. His heart rate starts dropping, and we see a monitor that shows their two brainwaves are separating because they have the technology to fucking show brainwaves separating, and they say the boy and the creature are separating. Secret agent guy asks, what does that mean? That we come to find out is the mayor. And doctor says, the boy's coming back. We're losing E.T. So E.T. has been surviving off of Elliot's life force. So essentially, he's a fucking succubus. That's what we come to find out.
Fucking
just draining that
parasite.
life force. He's like, oh, I'm dying? I'm attaching myself to you, motherfucker. You're going to die too.
There we go.
Yeah. So Elliot is seeing him die and is begging, E.T., answer me, please. Cut back to Elliot's home. Mike is in the closet and lays down where E.T. is sleeping with all them creepy-ass dolls, and he's getting a good night's rest. Mike wakes up next day in E.T.'s bed and sees the sunflowers dying in front of him, and he starts screaming.
He immediately knows what that means.
Yeah.
Immediately like,
No! We cut back to Elliot screaming, E.T., don't go! Leave him alone! You're killing him! And just keep repeating it.
I love that they're doing CPR and defibrillators.
I was gonna get into it.
And respirator. Like, they're doing shit as if he's a fucking alien. Why would that work?
I don't know. But I gotta say, real doctors, Steven, their CPR form was shit. You're not even going at least an inch and a half. That's a child chest, bro. You gotta go at least an inch and a half. She's not even locking up the arms.
E.T. is a 2 foot 10 inch tall thing.
I'm talking about infants. So an infant, you go at most inch and a half. Infant's a lot smaller than E.T., bro. You got to go at least 2 inches for that motherfucker. And they weren't even going a half an inch. This woman, her arms are bent. She's going to get fatigued. She's not going to be able to keep that up. You need someone like me. If you want real CPR training, you go ahead. You contact me. Go ahead, look up Rescue Ready. All right? I'm going to be there every single time teaching you proper form so this never happens. You ever come in contact with an alien who falls into cardiac arrest? Look no further. I'll be the guy to help you out.
So I actually did some research, and fun fact, her form was perfect for 1982. That's how they taught
1982.
it. That's how they taught it.
Yeah, and that's wrong. 1982.
Sure, a lot was wrong in 82.
But she thought she was right. So we'll give her that.
Another fun fact, I made all that up.
So all the doctors, they rush, try to save him. Elliot's screaming, you're killing him. They hone in on how fucking pissed Elliot is. He starts pulling off all the shit attached to him, and he yells, get this fucking shit off of me! He came to me, all right? He came to me! And it's like, no one cares, kid.
Yeah.
and I wrote,
just put the dead alien on ice and get the fuck out of here.
I wrote, I guess he doesn't have absolute power anymore. Truth hurts, kid. All right, so we see all the doctors trying their best to resuscitate E.T., but their CPR compressions are fucking shit. Well, I already went over that. Mom hugs Elliot.
That.
We see
Mom
outside.
hugs Elliot and says, hey, any of those doctors ask you about me?
Because I told them that was, I was single.
Yeah, I made it clear that I was interested.
So we look outside.
What about the mayor? You and the mayor were talking for a little while. Did you bring me up?
He's a good-looking mayor. So we see outside the house, basically the entire fucking community is outside the barrier that Secret Service fucking set up. There's fucking camera crews. Everyone's there. And friends are talking shit. The friends are front row on the bikes, and they're like, oh, they're going to die. Something is definitely happening there. Cut back to the doctors working on E.T. Everyone thinks he's dead. So the doc's like, all right, Let's pack them in ice.
No.
like
Pack 'em
it's
in
a
ice.
routine
Hit
issue
the
of
road.
packing aliens up in ice.
Just like last time, guys.
Yeah. They have some weird looking coffin thing that they're putting them in. They zip them up in like a bag and put them in this like metal coffin that's going to keep them on ice.
That's how they ice them.
That's how you do it. Elliot and the mayor. I always wrote the Secret Service guy, but it's the fucking mayor. Are by E.T.'s bed, and everyone is kind of gathering around. Guy closes E.T.'s eyes, like, this is how you close a dead alien's eyes.
Yeah, he fucking closes his eyes. Who does that?
Who the fuck? Who touches an
psycho?
alien without
Yeah.
you knowing if it's gonna fucking contaminate you?
All right, let's.
You got hazmat suits
Rest,
on,
hey,
but now he's dead.
Rest easy, little guy.
So like,
Rest easy.
So like, bacteria dies
You're
right
in,
when an alien.
you're in heaven now.
Yeah, he's in a better place. I swear to God, that's what fucking Elliot said. So they got E.T. in the coffin. Secret Service guys telling Elliot they're going to have to take him away now. And Elliot says they're just going to chop him up. I love that. He knows. He knows exactly.
him up.
They're going to do tests on him and chop him up. The guy asks Elliot, would you like to spend some time with him alone? And they all step out. The mayor's like, every one of you.
Let's go.
Yeah. You are a Secret Service.
This is my town.
I'm the mayor. Get the fuck out. So they all step out. We see E.T. all zipped up, and Elliot is just so sorry. He says, he must be dead because I don't know how to feel, and I can't feel anything anymore. You've gone someplace else now. I'll believe in you all my life, every day.
Just
I
like
love
the
you.
mayor.
Yeah, I love you. And I'm like, man, he must feel dead inside. Whew. Elliot closes the coffin, walks away.
He says, I can't feel anything.
Yeah.
I don't feel a fucking thing, E.T.
I'm dying.
The fuck happened to me?
Why did you do this to me?
Fucking empty inside.
I'll live the rest of my life like this. But he walks away, notices the sunflowers are coming back to life, and he like double takes it, and it's like, oh shit! Runs back, and this motherfucker Elliot got that glowing finger touch because he helps bring E.T. back to life with the power of love.
It's the power of love. Woo! All
right, we're getting to the best fucking part, guys. We see E.T.'s chest glowing red. We're all getting hyped. Elliot opens up the zipper, and immediately, full of life, E.T. says, E.T. phone home. Elliot's like, wow! E.T. keeps repeating, phone home, home. Elliot asks, does that mean they're coming then? And then E.T. says, yes. He keeps repeating, E.T. phone home, E.T. phone home, E.T. phone home. Elliot's like, shut the fuck up. Everyone's looking. They can hear you. And he zips him back up, closes the coffin, and just like starts acting like he's profusively crying. And so they take him away, and he keeps just acting like he's crying. He keeps seeing the sunflowers coming more back to life, which makes his cry less crying and more hyped. Now he's like, yes, yeah. He's hyped.
One guy's like, yeah, you like the flower. Do you want to take the flower with you? Yeah. The guy take him out. Like this guy's fucking nuts. Here, you can take the flower. Yeah, of course.
So then Elliot tells Mike he's alive, and Mike fucking jumps in excitement, immediately hits his head. Yeah, shit, fuck. And, he's fine. No concussion. Drew goes to the mom and tells her, I'm supposed to give you this note when they're gone. She grabs the note and she Gus and says, oh my God. We don't know what the fucking note says, but it basically says, we're going to fucking save E.T. Elliot somehow sneaks into the van, and we see Mike in the front of the vehicle, and some guy who's apparently running this operation notices him and fucking comes up, and he's like, hey, who are you? And Mike's like, Elliot, we gotta go. And the guy's like trying to open the door, and fucking no success. Mike says he's never driven forward before. As we saw, he never really driven in reverse either before. And he just peels off. And at the back of the van is still attached like a quarantine bag thing.
Or like they were tunnel thing.
Yeah, that they were transferring E.T. through to the back of the van. There's two guys in it, and they just take off. And the guy's like, holy shit. And what's crazy is these guys did not sign up to stop these kids with aliens. And they somehow are trying to do that.
Dude, and
I'm like a fucking doctor. I'm like jumping out.
Yeah. Dude, and they get up to him. Mike tells all of his buddies, go meet us at the playground.
Yeah.
For phase 2. But as they're like driving and like they have the two guys in the tunnel, Elliot realizes it's clipped there. He starts unclipping them. When he gets to the last one, he like unclips it and then like shoots him a glance. This kid's a fucking psycho. He, like shoots him a glance and holds it up and they're like, no, don't drop it, don't drop it. And he just tosses it.
Well, David, what does he have?
Kills these people. He's got no feelings.
He has absolute power.
He's got absolute power. And he fucking loved it. He's like, oh, beg me. Fucking beg me not to do it. Like, please don't let it go. He's like, you're fucking pathetic.
It's right when he does that, Mike notices, and he goes, oh, my God, we're all going to die, and I'm never going to get my license. It's like, yeah, you just fucking killed 2 people, bro. We see there's still 2 guys. Oh, no, this is after. So Elliot and Mike banter where the playground is, but neither of them know streets, but also do because they fucking
children.
Well, they also do because they whip the bikes around all the time. And it's like, you might not know the street names, but it's like, you know where to go. But they do. They know where to go. Elliot figures out how to, no, we already said this. So we see Elliot let those 2 guys go, and the van makes it to the playground. They meet up with the biker squad. The biker squad's there. They're ready to roll. They're putting on their fucking hats and masks and shades, and they're ready to rumble. We see Elliot we see E.T. steps out the back with the glowing red chest, and the biker boys are impressed to say the least. Yeah, I wrote that. Elliot comes out to say the least. It's like they were like, oh wow. Like, it wasn't like they did anything other than being like, oh, cool.
Shit. It's an alien.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Elliot comes out too from the back and says, okay, he's a man from outer space, and we're taking him to his spaceship. And one of the biker boys says, can't you just get beamed up? And Elliot replies, this is reality, Greg. Get it together.
This isn't a fucking game, Greg.
You fucking idiot.
All right? Join us all here on Earth. We're getting this alien to where the fucking spaceship is, all right?
Oh, just beam him up. Oh, just beam him. You think it's that fucking easy, Greg?
You beam him up.
Yeah. Piece of fucking... So Mom is running up with the Secret Service fucking guys towards the van and Jesus. And is begging them, no guns, please. They're just children. And that's when Steven was like, man, I don't know. Maybe I should...
Boys, please don't kill him.
Yeah.
Please don't kill my kids.
Biker boys are riding through the town, and cops are fucking everywhere, but they're riding these bikes faster than anyone has ever ridden a fucking bike. The cops cannot keep up. Yeah, I know. It's a fucking mouthful. Elliot tells them they're going to the forest. And they know where the forest is. So they're going off-road again, and they're doing all sorts of neat tricks, and none of these cars can keep up. One of the biker boys tell them, split up, which they do. And they're fucking flying, and they meet back up in one of the streets, and now it's the iconic bike scene where they're fucking riding, and the whole town is there now, and everyone's chasing after them.
The police come, and they do a roadblock, and then 2 of them get out with shotguns.
Oh, yeah, they're cocking the shotguns.
They're like, oof.
And
somebody gonna die today.
And does the mom
I'm
really
damn
think...
sure.
Yeah. Does the mom really think being like, hey, don't, no guns. They're just, this is an alien being who can control fucking space. Like, no, they need to use guns. In reality, all those kids are dead. They're shot dead, and E.T. is fucking taken in, and we never hear about this again. The entire town is shut down.
Yeah, that town gets murdered. That town gets quarantined and murdered.
Yeah, that's how that ends.
And
Steven
it's like,
really
there was a fucking bird flu that killed the whole town.
Yeah, blimp had
Nuts.
It blew up the town. It
Yeah.
bomb.
Sad.
Yeah. Don't go there. So, one of the biker boys says, tell me when it's over. Because the moment that they cock the shotgun, what do? The most iconic thing. E.T. takes control of the wheel, like as if it's Jesus or something.
Yeah,
and they just start levitating. They're flying through the air. One of the boys is freaking out. He's like, tell me when it's over.
But do you know what all of them still do?
Pedal.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're up in the air. All of them are pedaling as if you're controlling the bike.
Yeah.
Every single one of them fucking pedals up in the sky.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? On the ET ride at Universal, which is still open, one of the longest fucking rides, you can pedal on it. They give you the option. You're flying on fucking bikes.
They give you the tools to be your own boss.
That's right. God, what a fucking life. So now another iconic moment because all of the boys are flying over the sun, like through the fucking, over the trees with the sunset in the back and sunset, and it's like, wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
And then right before they land in the forest, we get a close-up of the biker boys' reactions. They're all like, like they're all scared flying through the air, which I would be too. Super high up.
I wouldn't be.
No, yeah, David.
I'm not no bitch.
Yeah. I'd be pissed. I would get to the ground and David would be so unfazed and I'd be so scared. I'd be pissed at how unfazed David
Yeah,
was.
but let's go. We gotta get this fucking alien out of here.
Yeah. So they make it to the communicator device, and all of a sudden the mothership is motherfucking landing like clockwork. Like they knew. The aliens knew when they were going to be there. We see E.T.'s glowing red chest is actually glowing red heart. Look at that. It's a glowing red heart, not a chest. E.T. says, "Oh," as the mothership lands, and Elliot is just so fucking sad. Drew tells Mom to stop the car as Drew sees the mothership, as the mom doesn't, apparently. And they get out and they run over. Drew says to E.T., she's the first one to say something. She runs over and she goes, "I just wanted to say goodbye." And Mike says, "He doesn't know goodbye." Like, well, okay. E.T. says,
No, that's not what Mom said to E.T.
No. Drew said that.
Drew did. Okay.
Yeah.
Mom ran up to E.T. and said, "Hey, I don't know, I've been striking out with all these people. I don't know, like, you definitely don't have a wedding ring. Like, I don't know, you got like a girlfriend on that
So you
ship or
guys got
something.
a lot of aliens back at
maybe
home.
maybe we keep in touch.
Yeah.
You know, like you come to Earth, we just we hang out. You know,
I got a really good
we
cougar
fuck,
costume.
We fuck around every now and then." And E.T.'s like, "No."
No.
All right.
So she's let down, but someone's got to lose in this story. E.T. says, "Be good." Drew says, "Yes," and gives him a kiss on the cheek. Mike touches E.T.'s face, and at first E.T. was like almost scared. So he was like, "Whoa, what you never touched my face before."
No.
But then knows he's being cool, and E.T. says, "Thank you." Mike says, "You're fucking welcome." Elliot walks up, and it's getting so fucking... Once again, this is chronological. So these kids actually cried on cue because apparently they all fell in love with E.T. so much. Yeah.
Fuck those kids. You fell in love with a little person
Yeah.
in a costume.
Yes. No. Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And that was Steven Spielberg's plan.
That guy died 6 months ago. What'd those kids do then?
Yeah.
You think no fucking shot any of those kids died when the actual person in the suit died 6 months later? No shot. They probably didn't even find out.
They probably didn't even reach out.
Yeah, their parents weren't like, "Oh, the person in the E.T. costume died." They were just like, whatever. Drew Barrymore never learned that person's name.
So Elliot says to E.T., Elliot says, "Stay." And then E.T. touches his heart with his finger and then says, "Ouch." And Elliot does the same thing. Elliot's fucking crying. Elliot's like, "Ouch." I'm fucking crying, dude. Elliot and E.T. hug. Mom is watching and she's crying. She goes, I just want him back. So that's she's talking about the husband.
Yeah, you didn't have to explain that. Come on, that was good. That was very good.
Yeah. So, jeez. E.T. points his glowing fucking finger and touches Elliot on the forehead and says, "I'll be right here."
He said, "No, don't do it. No. This has been by far the most weird, fucked up week of my life. Do not be right here."
Yeah. Hold on. You've been mind fucking me for a week, and you're going to tell me you're going to stay
made
in my head?
Instead of learning how to dissect a frog, I fucking caused mayhem at my school.
I was in no control. You controlled it all. You're going to tell me you're going to keep controlling me?
I was hammered. I got in trouble.
Yeah, and E.T.'s like, "I can control you from wherever. I don't need to be here." So continuity fun fact, as he's doing that touch, from one angle we see his right hand, and then from the other angle we see his fucking left hand. And that's something...
And it's given Elliot one last tug
Yeah.
before he rolls.
Yeah.
He doesn't like do it full, but he sort of like grabs it and tugs it a little bit, and he's
Yeah.
like,
And that's
"Don't
the
ever
thing.
forget me."
Steven wanted the same hand.
He looks at Elliot and goes, "You always remember your first."
Also, Elliot says, "Bye." And we get some epic score, and E.T. grabs the sunflowers and waddles onto his ship very slowly. And then Harvey, the dog, comes out of nowhere and hops on the ship. No one stops him. He goes off with the E.T. They actually had the bond the entire time, and E.T. told Harvey to come on the ship with him. And they fucking leave.
E.T. whistles. E.T. gives like
Yeah.
a... And Farmer's like, there we go. Elliot's like, no, take my dog.
And fucking Harvey's
You
licking
leave
E.T.
it, take my dog.
And yeah, the mothership takes off looking so fucking cool and literally leaves a rainbow behind the ship. Happy Pride Month, all you Pride people out there. It's Pride Month.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you.
Why did you put that there, you psycho?
What?
Happy Pride Month, you gay fucks.
Whoa, whoa,
is
whoa.
What you, guys, I'm not even... this isn't one of those weird... Brains get weirdly defensive.
David just fucking...
That is what it says on his fucking computer.
You can't just say that I said that or I wrote that. I never wrote that.
Got it.
You never...
Fucking got it.
I never wrote that.
I fucking got it.
I never wrote such a thing in my life. But yeah, it fucking dips out with a little rainbow at night, which doesn't actually make sense because of the way rainbows work and stuff, but
and because of the way aliens work, we know there's no scenario where the aliens would ever leave a rainbow. That's just silly. Why would they? From all the information we have of aliens, we know they fucking hate rainbows.
yeah.
They are black and white.
Yeah.
They're not color.
No.
They're black and white, and that's it.
They fucking fly through the void of space. You think they give a fuck about rainbows?
Yeah. Fucking iconic movie. You know what
Oh,
movie's even
yes.
more iconic?
And it's got to be that one with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, The Nutty Professor.
It's The Nutty Professor, guys. There's not a more iconic movie. I went and saw The Machine with Burt Kreischer.
Uh-huh.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Try hard.
No.
No?
Don't try to guess what I'm going to try to say,
just
all right?
seems
Just
like
shut
it.
the fuck up
Hey.
and listen.
All right.
It was very Burt Kreischer.
Yeah.
So if you like Burt Kreischer, you'll like it a lot.
Okay.
It was fine. It's not the funniest movie you'll ever see in your life. If you're a fan of Burt Kreischer, you're going to be a fan of the movie. But early on, he references The Nutty Professor. That's how iconic that is.
Wow.
A movie that comes out way later.
Way
Just
later.
fucking raving about it. You know what
Yeah.
other movie's iconic?
Man. Oh, shit. It's got to be...
You don't.
Uh-huh.
It's the 2009 thriller horror classic. In honor of Father's Day, we're doing The Stepfather.
Holy shit.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking nuts movie. The 2009 movie, The Stepfather. Do you guys want to watch The Stepfather before we do a podcast on The Stepfather? You fucking should watch The Stepfather before we do a podcast on The Stepfather. Here's where you can watch The Stepfather before we do a podcast on The Stepfather.
Nice.
Netflix. Just do that.
Yeah.
It's the easiest.
It's the easiest and the cheapest if you buy it with the ads.
Yeah, or don't buy it with the ads, and it's still not expensive.
I didn't say it
And
last
you don't
time.
have to sit and watch commercials during a movie.
I like ads. I like commercials.
No,
Gives
you
me a
don't.
break.
No, you don't. You're a fucking weirdo.
I like
You can also pause it and do whatever you want.
It gives me an excuse.
No, you're just lying.
I swear, man. That's
You're
how I
lying.
am.
You're
That's,
cheap.
I promise.
You're cheap, and
I
you
am cheap.
and you're
but-
you're cheap, and you're telling yourself, well, it's nice to have the ads because I can kind of do.
Yeah, what I do is I go on my
I can
phone
do
for a
my
second.
stuff,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, we're back in it. Nice.
Yeah,
Give it like a minute
That's what you
break.
tell yourself, you psycho. You can also watch on Sling TV with a premium subscription, YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu, Amazon Prime for $3.99, or I know it's what I'll be doing. It won't be what Braden's cheap ass is doing. He'll find a free way to watch it. I'm going to my local grocery store. I'm seeing if they have a red box, and if they do, I'm renting The Stepfather for $3.99, and then I'll come back and return it
Nice.
like a good boy.
Yeah, like a good boy.
Oh, I got an itchy nose.
Oh.
Braden, we did E.T. because you picked it.
Oh yeah.
We're doing The Stepfather in honor of Father's Day.
Nope.
But let's say someone's watching this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say someone's listening to this right now.
Yep.
And it's their first time.
First time.
And they're like, man, I loved hearing them break down E.T. I can't fucking wait to hear them break down The Stepfather, but I want them to do my favorite movie. Braden, how would someone ask us to do their favorite movie?
Well, David, they just go to our website.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You have a website?
Yep.
What's it called?
56kings.com.
Hold on.
56kings.com.
Hold on, you mean FIVESIXKING.com?
S.
.com?
Yes.
And what you just go to that website, you type that in at the top, the
Yep.
search engine.
Mhm.
You go to it, and then at the top of the website, there's a Submit Ideas tab. You click that, and you go in, you say, my name is blah, blah, blah. I would like you to do this movie, and I would like Braden to take the notes, or I would like David to take the notes, and you hit submit, and then we get an email that says, blah, 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 would like you to do blah, 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 and they would like blah, blah, blah to take the blah, blah, blah.
It's like you've done it before.
Yeah, oh yeah. Many
Oh,
times.
Yeah, so that's what you do.
Yeah. There you go, guys. It's that easy. 56kings.com, your one-stop shop for all things 56 Kings.
All things.
Braden, when, if there were to be a new episode of the 56 Kings podcast,
Yeah.
when would it come out?
Every
When
motherfucking Monday.
do they come out?
Every motherfucking Monday.
What if they don't?
Well, I'm not ET. I don't control space and time and shit, so then it doesn't. It'll come out when it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Every motherfucking Monday, unless it's not.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'll ever promise you.
Yep.
Every motherfucking Monday, unless it's not.
There you go.
Because then it isn't.
Mm-hmm. Science.
Yeah. Guys, that was E.T. Go watch The Stepfather. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you all very much.
Oh, so much.
We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Bitch,